What's up, everybody? I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you guys, but here we are. Another Monday, another fun, wacky, Are You Smarter Than a Stoner? Sorry about the late start. I'm dealing with day number 6 of this illness, and it is getting the best of me. And I've been a little slower than normal today, so uh, I haven't been able to get, you know, my wheels turning. So, um, like I said, forgive me. I'm gonna do all the things I gotta do for the beginning here to get this show on the road. Like I said, I feel like it's been forever. I think Beans was the host 2 weeks, and we didn't do last week because I had a family thing happen. So it's been a while for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm pretty sure it's COVID. I think this will be the third time now. Third time me having it, but this one has been like I said, it's been a doozy. It's been, like I said, day number 6, and right when I feel like I'm getting better, it plummets back down. So, what can you do? I'll tell you what you can do. You can play some Are You Smarter? There is the StreamYard link. If anybody wants to come up, hang out for a little bit while I get my finishing touches done here. Like I said, I spent more time pre-show preparing today than most, and I'm most unprepared today. So that goes to show you, preparation is not always the best thing. If you guys don't mind, the few of you that are in here already, if you wouldn't mind sharing out, getting everybody else in here. Like I said, I know it's a little bit of a clunky start today, but we're gonna get it going. It's gonna be fun. Like I said, I feel like reinvigorated. It's been so long since I've gotten to come up and host. So we should have fun today. Mr. Cruz, what's happening? What's up, Steve-O? What's up, Solomon? Billy, Esteban. Sorry I didn't say hi to you guys in the beginning. Like I said, I'm a little bit out of sorts today, so bear with me. Don't run away. I will make up for it. More than make up for it as we go on here. Thank you guys for sharing all that. I am trying to go in and pin the comment, but I'm terrible with this. I'm terrible with this kind of stuff. That's why I need somebody backstage. I will never be good as a solo act because I can't do all the little bells and whistles that are involved in making it happen. Anybody's welcome to come up right now, as well as come up and play the game. We're gonna have a little bit of a chill session for a few minutes while I put the finishing touches on some of the visual categories, and we'll hang out, catch up. It's been a little while, so. There's I put the link in the comments. I'm trying to pin it, but for some reason Facebook is not letting me into the lives. But if you click on the link and you come up, newcomers are always first in line. So if you want to play, you just got to click the StreamYard link, follow the directions, come up, and you will definitely play if you are new. And I'll explain the rules here in a minute once I defluster. Oops, somebody's backstage, and here I am. Just,
Did you just invent a word, defluster?
I think so.
Wow.
I love inventing words. I like making words longer. I don't do the shortening words thing. I always go for the longer, more drawn out version. Like
The redundant.
all my kids, their nicknames, all my kids' names are either 5 letters or shorter. It's it's easier that way. But their nicknames, my daughter's name's Ava. I call her either Ava Day or like Ava Davidoo or something like that. I always lengthen it.
Right.
My son Wyatt's like he's like a number of names, but none of the names are shorter than the names that I gave him.
Did you name him after Wyatt Earp?
Oh, my wife's grandfather called him. He calls him Earpy.
I like that. It's cool.
But I call them, so whenever they're grumpy, like when they're getting ready for school or whatever, and they are not being very,
cooperative.
Yes, cooperative is exactly the word I was looking for. I call them by their name backwards. Like my son's name's Wyatt, I call him Tewo. So that's his
rapper name.
That's his like Mario has Wario. That's
right.
My son Wyatt is Tewo when he's in a bad mood. So he knows.
I told my wife that
it's time to reel it in.
We had a dog at this one time named Max that my wife we had adopted. Mm-hmm. And one night he came in and he's like looking at me, and I swear he was talking to me. I swear I was really baked. But at the end of it, I turned to my wife and I'm like, his dog name is Gugadine. And she's like, what? I'm like, I don't know. It's his dog name. I don't know what it means. It's like he wants to go, but that's what he prefers to go by.
Yeah.
Anthony.
What's funny is there's only one person who I've ever called by their nickname. Everybody else I've called by their proper name, no matter what. If the whole world, and that's Beans.
Is that your wife? Do you call your wife by your nickname?
No, I call her Babe. You're right. If I call her Brittany, she gets pissed.
Yeah.
Because she knows if I'm calling her Brittany, there's a problem. There's a rift in the universe because it's always Babe. But Beans is the only person I ever call by his nickname. Like my kids call him Uncle Beanie. He's never been anything but. So he's the only one that gets to pass.
Yeah, my wife's still at the office, man.
I mean, yeah, I've had friends that literally don't go by their real name. Like they don't go by their first name. And I always call them by their first name and they always get mad at me. Why you call me by my government name? Like, bruh, that's what your name is. I don't know what to tell you. It feels weird saying the other one.
Alexa just reminded me that it's 4:20 and it's time to hit the bong.
There you go, guys. Man, we are behind. I am
fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Melissa, so I just pinned the fire in the hole comment there. If you click the StreamYard link, it'll give you directions to follow, and then it'll pop you in backstage, and I'll bring you up on camera. Wayne, is your wife home yet?
No, not yet. That's actually why I came online, just to tell you. No, not yet, man. Okay. When she gets here, I'll rush her in here.
Well, listen, it's par for the course because I'm completely behind myself. So she's actually doing me a favor. I get to blame her. That's why we're not starting.
That's great.
Pushing the blame off on somebody else. Just kidding. What's up, Anthony?
What's happening?
Same shit, different toilet. COVID strikes again.
COVID?
Yeah, I think it's COVID. I didn't get a test, but it's all the symptoms line up with Beans had it around Christmas time, and this is day 6. So last time I had it, it lasted about 7 or 8 days. So I'm pretty sure.
My phone's warning me that it's got a virus.
Yeah, I don't get sick. Like if I do, it's like I can power through it, sweat it out, or whatever. But
Yeah.
Not
The
this-
first time I got it, it kicked my ass. I didn't even know what it was. It was before it was a thing.
Mhm.
And then when it got me the second time, it took no remorse on me. My little dog is reminding me to take her outside. Excuse me. I'm
I
sorry.
had it twice. The first time it felt like I just got beat with a bat.
Yeah.
My body
Yes.
hurt and I couldn't move. The second time I couldn't breathe.
How is your appetite, dude? Because it's funny.
Wayne, I'm gonna have you take over for a second. I'm sorry. Now there's somebody knocking at my door. This
All
is
right.
my life.
Well, this is Fire in the Hole, and I'm not the owner of Fire in the Hole, guys, but I'm just a what up, Ray?
This is Ray. He's
How
gotta
are
get his
you?
headpiece in.
Hey,
What's up, dude?
What's happening?
what you doing?
Just smoking bowl. What about you?
Right.
You come to hang out, you come to play, come to be a badass, the badass that you are. He's like, yeah. He's like, huh, come on now. Say, yeah, hell yeah. We're just chilling out, waiting for now my dog's barking like she's just, I let her in, I let her out. I let her in, I let her out. I let her in, I let her out. What the fuck? Oh, that's good. Now, the bowl that I'm using that bowl off that black one.
Yeah, it's a cool bowl.
Anthony. Yeah, man. It's perfect. It holds like the
That
perfect like,
down stem and bowl weren't the original ones for that
right.
because it's gotten knocked over and it broke, but the bong didn't break. Just the stem and the bowl's gotten broken.
What's up, Elizabeth? Yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind
Oh, he disappeared like that.
sharing out so we can get some more contestants up,
Yeah,
I would appreciate
he's
it.
back.
You guys are carrying my weight here at the moment.
Ray did all the work, bro.
I'm trying.
Yo, dude, you did all the work. I just had to hang out with you.
Hey, you.
It's April.
This
Guys, that's craziness to me. How fast time is going. Getting closer and closer and closer to 420, which means we're getting closer and closer and closer to the live show.
Yeah, man. Are you ready? You got your act together? Are you feeling all prepped?
I don't ever have my act together. I haven't had my act together since. Well, I'll let you know.
Yeah, right.
If I had my act together, I'd be making money in Hollywood by now.
Me too. Not selling your ass, right?
I wouldn't be frantically trying to do everything at the last moment.
If you could do anything like with the magic wand, okay? If I had a magic wand right now and you could be
I
like,
know the answer.
he won't answer. He just said, if I was like, whatever you wanted, like it could happen, what would it be?
I would never need the need for sleep because the rest will take care of itself. Because with those 8 hours, those 8 extra hours of actually feeling rested and not if like sleepless nights and now I sleep. I don't sleep much, but I don't feel rested. If I always felt like I got a full night's sleep, the world would be my oyster. That's exactly what I would do with it. No need for sleep.
What about you, Anthony? The magic wand. Go for it. What would it be?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Ashley?
Make you think, huh? What about you, Ray? On an island with a bunch
Like,
of beautiful ladies?
Think about the amount of time just in a week that you spend sleeping. That could be
You're right.
spent,
You spend half your life in the bed.
yeah, it could be spent just like doing something productive, you know.
This is incredible.
I would use it to. I lost my train of thought, and I don't even smoke. I would use it to not lose my.
Yeah,
train
what's
of
your
thought.
excuse?
COVID.
Well, I bet Anthony could probably he would probably be good at that game. I'm pretty sure of it.
Magic wand. I would want full enlightenment.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
a dangerous thing, though.
I was just gonna say,
enlightenment
dude.
does not come with happiness. If you're fully enlightened, you know too much, which means it is a heavy crown to carry.
I was,
you know what I
dude.
mean?
You beat me to it, Ricky. I was so gonna say that.
Yeah, to be like all knowing is not like, you know, they don't ever equate happiness and knowledge together. You know, usually they equate happiness with almost a lack of understanding of what's happening around you and stuff. You know, it's like you know, when you see people like walking around smiling, it's not a dumb thing. It's just like nothing can bother me. I'm in my own world. You know, when you're enlightened and you see everything and you know everything for what it is, that's dangerous. That was supposed to be fun.
I just got sorry.
No, you're good. I'm entering the visual stuff in right now. I cannot believe how far behind I am. It does not happen to me very often. Like I said, bear with me, guys. It'll be fun. You know what? Me and Beans, when we were in a live a couple weeks ago, I gave him a couple of would you rathers. For some reason, those I love thinking about those. You know, like, you know, some of the would you rathers that you can come up with are like, you know, we always overthink it too. Everyone's like, just answer the damn question, and we're like, if you do this, what's the rules around it? And we completely take the fun out of it. But that's the fun of it for me, is taking the fun out of it. This is crazy. Poop. Waniac is Wany back. Like I said, guys, feel free to come up, jump up, hang out with us, play the game, anything. Like I said, it's been a while, so I'm as excited as I can be while not trying to overdo it, because I'll end up laying on the floor. Trying to catch my breath. That's the thing that this one did to me too, is it's like the breathing part of it. I hate feeling like I can't breathe. I collapsed my lung when I was in my early 20s playing football, and the feeling of panic of not being able to get that breath, trying to get it, it won't cooperate, is a feeling of panic like I've never had before. Like wondering if you know the breath is gonna come to you and stuff. It sucks.
Excuse me for a moment.
All right. That was the last one. Okay. All that stuff was supposed to be done before the show, and I waited. All right. Yes, click the link, come up, hang out. If you guys can, like, share, spread the word, get some new players up today, and some fresh blood. We got some fun categories tonight. I will tell them to you in a second. We're going to do science, history, geography, random as always, constellations, remakes, and if at first you don't succeed.
Whoa. So to play, you need a tab, you need pieces of paper and a pen, right? In order to play?
Yes, piece of paper and a pen or a whiteboard or a marker and I don't care. You can write it on your hand.
Some kind of writing device.
I already got one that has equations on it.
Well, there you go. And
But I lost my pen.
you just got to hope I ask for that equation and you're good. Yeah, so the way the game is played, guys, I'm sorry, I'm being a terrible host. We have our smart starter this week, which is actually Wayne's wife. We're waiting for her to get home. Like life comes first, so we get it. But she will take on 5 of you, whichever 5 are brave enough to come up and take on. And if you happen to beat her, and you have the most questions right at the end of the night, you are the new smart stoner and you win, I believe it is $20 in your Cash App. That's what it's been. I haven't talked to Beans, but I don't think it's changed. So $20 is $20. I've done a lot worse for 20.
Right. Right.
I usually charge more.
Well, listen, you gotta know your value. You know,
Right.
I'm a clearance item. My expiration date is long past.
I don't play hard to get. I play hard to want.
Yeah,
You gotta be skilled.
I play hard to pay.
Yeah.
Hard to deal with sometimes, as Beans will tell you. There's a lot of people will probably tell you in here. What's up, Kasia? What's up, Jordan? Ruby? Feel free to come up, guys. Hang out, talk to us. I am a late bloomer today and was completely caught by the clock.
Oh yeah.
So I'm putting all the final finishing touches on it. I'm sure Beanie's loving this. Like, geez, I tell him all the time, like once we get going, I'm fine. It's the beginning where like I gotta kind of, it almost feels like it's not a script, but you feel kind of scripted because you have to say the things you have to say. I hate having to say things because it drives me crazy. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you sound dumb, you sound dumb, you sound dumb, you sound dumb. All
right, here's one for you.
I don't think about it.
I got one for you. Would you rather work an overnight shift doing crazy work or an all day doing nothing?
Crazy work.
I don't know how to answer that one. Crazy work.
I would try to find the middle ground.
I don't know. I agree with her.
I'm old fuck. I got owies.
Watch it.
I went to the creek bottom with my grandkids and my daughter today, and I know I'm gonna pay for it, but it was fun.
Oh man, that's what it's about right there. Just the fun and hanging out and doing that.
Memories,
grandkids, man, come on.
Yeah, they're fabulous. Let me tell you what, you get a huge hit of dopamine when you hug on your grandbabies. It's a fabulous thing.
I don't have any, but so I'm gonna take your word for it. I don't have any.
Even somebody you haven't seen somebody for a long time and you get excited and happy when you see them, it fills you up. That's dopamine, man. That's the dopamine right there.
My kids are home from school this week, and
Oh, how you
Like I played,
surviving that?
I played Skippo with my son earlier, and like I built a trampoline for him because we moved. I didn't get a chance to build a trampoline because we haven't had a nice day. Now we had one, so all that stuff. Yeah, I know what you mean. Doing the little things that aren't necessarily like doing nothing, but just like
They're
doing
important.
nothing and feeling like I've accomplished nothing is the biggest cause of my depression or anxiety. Is like I
Yeah,
feel
but
like I
let me tell
wasted.
you, I am in that boat myself. But
So it's
I
yeah.
started
So
getting
it's
things figured out in my mind, and I feel better. And yeah, so moving right along. Mm.
yeah.
You know, it's funny. Growing up, my dad was like not touchy feely at all. He was very like Midwestern, like we do
Oh
this, we do
yeah.
that, we do this. Matter of fact, when I would say to my dad, "I love you," he'd go, "Yeah, well, I know."
Yeah,
And
right.
it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So growing up, I always told myself if I had children, I'm gonna love those punks, whoever they are, boy or girl. And my sons, I was all about it. I was like, get over here and give me a hug. And they're like, oh man.
Oh
I'm like, no,
man.
give me a hug. And they were just like, dude, my friends are here with me. I'm like, I don't fucking care. Give me a hug. And they'd be like, dude, stop it. But I get what you mean. That's as close as I could
Ricky,
get to
that's
like
cool
friend.
you did those things. Did your kids help with it? Were they out there with you?
What's that?
I said, were your kids out there with you?
Oh
Helping
yeah.
you
You know
build?
what? You know what? And true to form in my life, they're out there with me, and I have the trampoline mostly together, but I didn't put the little button screws in some of the parts yet because I was just kind of trying to get it together. And I had to actually, where the legs are, I had to dig them into the ground in certain places to level it, or the trampoline would have kind of mushroomed.
Right.
So I was trying to get that all figured out, and one of the pieces popped loose, fell right on my son's foot, and
Oh no.
you ever get those like blisters where your skin's white and it's not bleeding, but it's like
Yeah.
your skin, and he had one of them, and I felt terrible. I'm like, every time I try to do something nice, it backfires on me. But
Dude,
I
I
felt
get
horrible.
you. Somebody gets injured or I get injured, Now I
Yeah.
did take a slow slide down the mud because my foot gave out. But that's my own fault for getting too excited about going over there and forgetting my muckers. And so I was wearing my duck feet. And yeah, so oh well.
I had so I used to be a painter, and I hated spraying because I hated the just spray all one color thing. I love doing the custom work, like the cutting in and rolling and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
really turning something nice. So whenever I had to spray, I was always miserable, and I couldn't get to the top of this area, and we would have had to build an entire scaffolding. So I was doing it for my buddy, and I convinced him to put a pallet on his forklift and lift the forklift up and just drive down, and I'd spray as he drove with his forklift. And we did it. It worked great. We pulled the forklift down, and the sprayer blew up and got paint all over me. And I was tied to the pallet, and I went to run away to wipe my face, and got yanked back.
No.
Damn it! Things like that always
Oh, dude,
happen.
you sound like me. That's how all the stuff that happens to me too, dude. It is. It's not. You're not alone. I swear to fuck, you're not alone.
You are not.
You are not. And if anybody says they don't do stuff like that, they're a fucking liar.
No,
Yeah,
I agree.
It's
No,
just
I
like
totally
grinding
agree.
gears. I don't care how long you've been doing it. You do it once in a while just to keep you humble. So
I didn't even mind. It wasn't even like and the problem with that was, like I said, I was already in a bad mood because I'm doing something I didn't really want to do. And then I'm with all my friends who were ball busters, right? So not only did this paint sprayer just blow up in my face, it's white paint, so I looked like a fun time there. But then I tried to run away and got yanked back, and it was like,
can I ask, is there a video of this?
Yeah.
no, I wish there was, because I would show you in a heartbeat. I don't mind being embarrassed, but
I don't either. I mean,
when
if I fuck up or look dumb, I'm usually like, yeah, well, somebody can tell me why. Explain
When it's
why.
these bastards, when it was those
And if
bastards,
it's the
though,
acceptable answer, then I'll accept it and say okay. But
I have a video. So I have a video on. I'll have to find it. It's on my Facebook, so you guys can do a deep dive if you want. But we did a Pollyanna every year for Christmas, at the place I worked, and we always got each other gag gifts. Well, my buddy got me a Superman Speedo and a Superman winter hat and Superman gloves. And he was like, "Merry Christmas." He goes, "I want to see you wear it." So I was like, "Okay." So I went upstairs and I put on the Superman Speedo and I put on the Superman gloves and I put on the Superman hat. And I came down to the office and he played that LMFAO song where they're like, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Sorry, give me 1 second.
poor guy. Oh goodness.
Yeah. Been there. I feel for you.
Yeah, but it was a fabulous day. Fabulous freaking day. Like, yeah.
Don't you love when you could say that?
Yeah, but they've been happening more, and I'm like so
Oh.
thankful.
You say, I was gonna say, you say it like it's a bad thing. I'm like, come on, that's
And it's not a
great.
bad thing. It's just surprising.
Yeah, no.
I'm in a deep one with this whole body thing and unable to work and all the things that go along with being the go lifestyle, make that fucking money right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've had to learn a lot of things and do a lot of accepting that I don't like. All right. And
You know,
a couple things have happened and like all of a sudden things just went click in my mind. Okay. And what it was is my logo on my page. And Daniel Stone Jr. made that for me. Okay. And he sent it to me and I fucking bawled my ass off. I bawled it. I thought it was so fucking beautiful, because that's his creation. I had not hardly anything in that. He made that himself of how he sees me. And I am just like blowed me the straight away, And now I have ideas. I feel like I can move forward with like doing stickers. And I did my first tie-dye ever. And it took me 2 months to procrastinate to officially say I was going to do it and open the box. But
I run that club.
Okay, I'm learning. I have to. There's things I can do with my hands that I can't do with my body. Most of my life I was a truck driver or worked as a cashier somewhere. It's very wide variable, but I was a mom, so
Say no more.
Exactly.
Isn't it crazy how once you start something, how it's like, why didn't I do this a while ago? But getting started can be.
Yeah, I have to worry everything to death and look at it from all the angles I can and try to. I'm not that long on doing YouTube, so YouTube has been like an adventure for me. It's I'm old lady. I'm not really old, but I'm 52. I don't
slow down with that old stuff, girlfriend.
I know, right? I'm not that old, but I don't think about Google or YouTube as the first thing. I'm like, talking to people or talking. I don't know, it's weirdness, but yeah, this is my shirt I did. I don't know if you can see that very good.
Oh, hey, right on.
It's my very first one. I'm super excited.
That alone is badass.
I figured a bunch of things out about dye and like placement, and I'm learning folding and tying. So I feel better because I'm creating, like my creating button like opened back up where it's been closed for a long time. So then I got squirrel brain because, I had like 5,000 ideas through my head at one time.
But you said something great earlier about the dopamine thing, man. I'm telling you, that's part that creative thing. Once you get that dopamine going,
it opens your head up.
Yeah, it's like
you gotta find something that you just absolutely turns you the fuck on.
Yes, so don't fail me now.
Like April 19th, the church, my mama's church has they feed the people. So they make a meal and it's a free meal. They drive up and say, I need 5 meals, and they get 5 meals, go on their merry way. I love to do that. It makes me the happiest fucker ever. I love it. So yeah.
Turn that creative thing off. I can't like I wish I could sometimes because it's
I
like,
can't.
you know, that's why I like this show so much because I write most of the questions other than the school ones, so it's an
Well, you
outlet
do
for
a
me.
good
So,
job. You did a
Right?
good job,
to
Ricky.
do
I
it
like
because
it.
it's like, thank you, but it's yeah, it drives me crazy sometimes with like things I want to do, and I never finish a project because I'm like, ooh, I want to start this
Right.
one now. You know, ooh, I want to start this one now, and then I have 50 other ones finished.
Yeah,
To
buddy.
finish my story from
Wow.
earlier, I'm sorry, I didn't even get to the
You're
best
like
part.
my life in
So-
boy form.
It's basically what it is. Now that I'm not working all the time, my mind is like, okay, gotta keep busy.
Mhm.
So I came down in that Speedo and the winter hat and started dancing to that LMFAO song. And I was basically twerking in the middle of my office at work. And you can hear in the video like the camera shaking because my buddy that got me this stuff is laughing. And you just go, oh my God, it's everywhere because I'm in a Speedo like twerking. And I was like, it's the funniest. Like I was so glad I did it. Like I was standing up there for like 10 minutes, like gotta do it. And I went down and I was so glad I did it.
Right?
And then I gave his like 60-year-old mom half a lap dance, and now she passed away since. So it's such a good memory I have now doing that
Yeah.
dumb thing that got me the attention.
Crazy the shit we do, man.
All right. Yeah, I love. I've always been go for the laugh over anything.
Me
Even if
too.
even if it's like absolutely embarrassing, I don't care.
Yeah.
I try to find the laugh. So I try to find what's funny. And I'm more of the like, I don't maybe make it funny, but I'll be like, that's funny. And someone will be like, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know the worst / the best thing?
Yay.
The worst / best thing in the world is when you're trying to convey something funny, but you've already thought about it and you're already laughing about it and you can't get it out. Like, and I'm an annoying laugher. Like I'm like, ha, 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 ha. Like it's really hot. So I'm trying to,
Dude, I laugh
I'm
like a
trying to
hyena,
say
so.
something. When me and Beanie were talking about our childhood and that Pump a Harder joke, when we were laughing about that, like you can't get it out, but you know how funny it is, but no one's gonna laugh because you've like killed it.
I need.
Through it. But those laughs are so few and far between, though. But oh man, when they happen,
They're precious.
it's like when like a cry that you've been like bottling up, and it's like, man, I feel much better now. Same thing with a laugh sometimes. It's like I needed all of that.
All of it.
Especially if you laugh to the cry. That's the best.
Yeah. And the pull
Oh, the other thing is, I went off that fucking gabapentin, and I think that was partially what was keeping me in that funk. That
Girlfriend.
was the worst drug ever.
That shit makes me sleep. That's all. That shit makes me sleep.
See, I already want to do that because of all the bullshit I go through. I don't need help with that, But it made me mind so foggy I couldn't think. Could not think on that shit. Like I had to think to think. I missed a doctor's appointment because of that medicine. I swear to you.
I think I'm with you on that. I liked it only because it helped me with my sleep, but I didn't notice any of the other things they said.
Well, it did help me with neuropathy, but I'm not at that price.
Right. Well, no, I was going through carpal tunnel, and it was a thing of before the surgery, they want to give you all these other things. They don't want to do the surgery.
They want to make it much worse. They want to make it much worse, so that the surgery is absolutely necessary.
Dude, the surgery saved my ass, man. I'm grateful. Like, one hand's done.
That's like my neck, I was losing the feeling in my arms where I was dropping things like.
I'm trying to talk to my wife about getting her neck done.
And cigarettes. I was dropping cigarettes.
Don't let them.
The coffee would just fall out of my hand.
Don't let them give that shot.
And then when it finally did its thing, I couldn't lift my arms over my head. So
my dad took that cortisone shot, and he felt
Me too.
for 3 months, and then it wore off. and then he felt 20 times worse than he felt before he took the shot.
They gave me the shot. They told me the cortisone will help your hand. It'll last 3 to 6 months. I'm like, right on. They shot me up for a day and a half. I felt like I had brand new hands.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like someone tightened a piece of barbed wire around my wrist. And my ring finger kept going like doing this weird like thing on its own.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful I did it. That's all.
My worry is they tell you to take it easy when they do things like that. And if I feel good, I'm going hard. That's it. I'm not like I can't like you know what I mean? Like so
Yeah.
I'm gonna hurt myself every time. That's what it scares me. But I have a degenerative disc disease in my neck. And it always worries me that like it'll get to that point and I'll be stupid and be like, yeah, just give me a shot. I don't want to do the surgery yet, and then I'll destroy myself because I'm like, I feel great.
I've tried to talk my wife into it because when she was a little girl, she fell playing on a little boy, like pushed her off a swing, and she landed on her head and basically broke her neck, like fractured her neck. But at that time, her family and where they lived, it was like, no, I don't go to no chiropractors or anything like that. You'll be better. Put some ice on it. So she grew up with this neck issue. And now she's thinking about getting it fixed. And every time I hear people say that they did it and they're happy, I'm like, see, like listen to them. It took me forever with my hand, by the way. It took a lot of my friends.
You have to listen to the doctor's orders with these kind of surgeries.
Yeah.
You have to do it to the fucking letter, or there's no sense in doing it.
When I did it with my hand, they told me what to do. I was like, to a T.
I was in a collar for 7 weeks. A hard collar for 7 weeks.
No shit.
I did take it off the shower, but it went back on because that's to help your neck.
Wait,
you need that on there.
Did that make it truly hard to lick yourself?
Pretty much.
Our problem is Brent
I'm sorry.
Funny.
Brent,
I got judged like, oh yeah, he's funny.
The way it works in our family is you're not going to tell me I can't do something. You know, like so
I know that one.
So
tell me I can't do that and watch me do it twice. Why do you think I'm driving? I'm a driver.
And then end up with a broken leg or a broken arm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like we go way harder. We go way harder than we should, so it always ends up being detrimental.
Yeah.
But Ruby, that does seem like. Do you remember?
Is that Steve-O?
Do you remember what milligram they put you on? Because Ruby said they put her sister on 900 milligrams. That's
what I was on.
What?
Or gabapentin?
That's what I was on.
Yeah, mine were 300, and I had to take three times a day.
Yeah.
That shit's
junk. Lord.
It is.
So
I did change to the Lyrica, and so far it seems good. I'm
really?
not having the
Is
brain
my audio okay?
But I've only been on it a week, so.
My wife has
Is it the same, a pill?
It's a pill, yes.
Wow. I'm gonna have to tell my wife.
You know, there is actually an addiction problem with GABA.
Yep.
I've read that.
Yes, there is. And it leaves plaque on the brain.
I'm sorry, my computer.
And that helps to lead to dementia and Alzheimer's.
I was just gonna say, if you guys don't know what plaque on the brain means, that's dementia. Sorry, but you beat me to it. Thank you.
So my wife has epilepsy. What was that?
Lost his thought.
No, I was saying my wife has narcolepsy.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Anyway.
For it, and they originally put her on Ritalin because it's the same thing. We're just going to see how that works.
Well,
so the difference between Ritalin and Adderall. The Adderall actually works for the opposite for my wife. It actually it doesn't make her zippy. You know, she's very calm on it. The Ritalin.
That's why
she went to get something out of the cabinet.
Exactly.
She went to get something out of the cabinet, realized that there were no dishes clean, and ripped the fucking cabinet off the wall. Because she got pissed off.
Flipping over couches and shit.
on Adderall because the Ritalin was like, she goes, I'm never taking this again. Like she literally threw
Yeah.
the cabinet off the wall because she was pissed off that there were no dishes. And
I painted a house with the homeboy, and I'm gonna admit this to you guys. I'm sorry, I was a younger man then. I remember taking some of my son's Ritalin, and I remember painting like a fucking tweaker. I was just all like running around, and my friend's like, "Are you all right, bro?" And I'm like, "I'm good, bro. I'm good. Let's paint. Come on, let's go. Come on, come on." And he's like, "Dude, slow down, bro, please." And I was like, oh, and then I realized, oh shit, dude, like he's right.
My first time learning that Adderall was dangerous was when I was like 22 or something, and we had to move a bunch of furniture, and my buddy was like, "Here, take a half of one of these. We'll get it done." And I was like, "Okay," and I took it, and I was like 130 pounds then, soaking wet. I had a couch on my shoulder, dragging the love seat down the hallway. Like I felt like I could just walk through this thing.
It felt like you're King Kong, 10-foot tall, ready to rumble.
You think that's why people get addicted to that stuff? Because they feel good, and then when they stop taking it,
Mm-hmm.
It completely turns.
What I
into
was
a
saying
cycle.
about gabapentin to me, what I was saying about gabapentin is if I take gabapentin, it turns me into a total dickhead. Like to anybody and everyone, even my own fucking son. Like I can't stand that shit. Like it takes away
I
a
don't
little
want
bit
to
of the
stay in
pain.
negative land.
but it
Okay,
just-
I'm trying to bring my mind out of negative, and that kept me in it. Dude, I've been in them whole yes, it's been.
I only noticed it only at nighttime. When I went to bed, I slept like a giant.
How it works for me. The messier my truck is.
See, that's
and the
what I'm on
messier my
Saturday
home
for.
is when I notice it. That's how I know how bad and deep my depression went. Okay, so
Right.
I don't, because there's just stuff I can ignore when I'm like that. I just like turn it off. I don't see it anymore.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me, and nobody else lives here. Fuck it.
Yes, it's weird that something so small can change everything about you. That tiny little pill.
Well, we gonna get this game playing or what?
Yeah.
I was
Who's the smart stoner?
I'm reading
We're
comments
waiting
right
on
now.
Wayne's wife. She was.
My wife isn't here yet.
She was out
Oh.
there.
Is she the smart? She's the smart stoner this week? I forget.
Yeah.
I forgot last week's.
We weren't here last week because I was.
Shit.
Beanie
My wife-
hosted, right?
What was the week
No,
before
last
last?
the beginning of the show, too.
So last week, I was gonna host, but Brittany, she had a seizure for the first time in 4 years, and
Whoa.
yeah, we were dealing with that. So, and it was because of the COVID, I think, because she had it before me, and she got super sick and like had a migraine, and first time in 4 years. Luckily, they're not going to take her license or anything because they pretty much correlated the two, the COVID with causing it. So, luckily,
I had a student do that to me, dude, right in the middle of a lesson one time.
It's just I hate
Scared
feeling hopeless.
fucking hell.
I hate feeling helpless, and when
Me too.
when she's in a seizure, it's like
Yeah,
Yep.
that feeling is like
not a
15
whole lot you can do.
second seizure feels like 15 days.
Yeah.
To be over.
You know,
I try to be weary. I try to be weary of like what I say when she comes out of it. But there's like I'm the type that's like, not like I'll baby my kids, but when it's my wife, I know my wife needs to hear like, "Yo, get your shit together." Like, so I'm trying to like, hey, come on, you gotta talk to me. Let's go. Like, I'm like, come on, you gotta do like trying to push her through it, like to get her like focused. But you always feel like she's just waking up, has no idea what just happened, and that's me going, "Hey, come on, let's go, get your shit together, get a move on." But yeah, it sucks. It's
Is it my computer or is your screen off?
I don't see Ricky either.
No, he's frozen. He's just like he's got a sexy look on his face. Frozen.
I've been wanting to say that, but I don't.
Here is
I thought it was just me.
No, me too.
Hold on, I'm gonna go down and come back up. I mean, nobody was complaining, so obviously
Yeah, you're already on the stream actually to everybody else. It's just to us. We can't see you.
No,
Yeah.
it's funny because my wife, she had asked me, she's like, "Hey, are we playing on Monday?" And I said, "Yeah, we're playing on Monday." And then life kind of happened, but in a way that was one of those like, man, if this pays off right now, I don't care that we'll pass this. Like, are you the smarter? You know, this is going to help us like so big.
Real life is always more important.
Yeah, and it's one of those like, I don't do the whole pray thing, but I'm like, come on, like we kind of need this right now. Like this would like make things a little easier, you know, just a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Like it definitely takes precedent, you know.
And I don't even dare be like, I'll play in her stint because I'm like, I am not as smart as her, dude. I found that out the last time we played. I'm one of those, I have the answers, but I get stage fright.
Well, Bean said he was on his way. He was on his way back from eating, so he hops in here. Maybe we'll ask him how to move forward with it. I never really ran into an issue of it.
What'd you say about stage fright, Wayne?
I'm one of those people who are like, I'll get the answer. I'll know the answer. I'll sit there like, oh, it's easy. It's Saskatchewan, fucker. But then when it's my turn, I'm like, pass. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I need the answer, damn it.
Why did I say that? I don't know why I said peanut butter and jelly.
I'm one of those guys that sucks. Stage fright, I think. I get like, I can't think too quick, pressure, you know, or I know his name, but I can't think it right now. Or
Me too. I do that. I don't need no help with that, and that's what Gabapentin
I
did.
don't know. Ricky's
They're
not.
fucking slow-brained as ever, man.
right?
You know, I don't need no help with weird shit. I got that covered. And naps. I'm really fucking good at naps.
Oh, no, because we were just saying, Wayne's wife is on her way home, but they're dealing with something like a big thing in you know, their personal that could possibly be something great. So she's out handling that, and she's a smart stoner. So we're kind of killing time, but
That's all right.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
I'm
She sounds like a cool chick that I need to meet. So right on.
like I said, when she gets to
I try to
line,
I like
He
cool chicks
asked
that
where
make
you
their way.
were.
They're badasses.
He was asking where
I'm
you were,
exactly-
Ricky, because you're gone on the screen.
I'm doing everybody a favor, and I got a face for radio, and StreamYard is
Quit
proving.
over yourself. It's not how you look, it's how you treat people in your brain. And one of the number one most sexiest things is a man that can have a conversation, a deep conversation, and think in the abstract. So if you understand all them
Well, you're
words,
in love.
there you
I have
go.
conversations
Thank
with
you. Thank you.
myself.
Thank you.
Wow. I have conversations with myself.
You know what
so
I?
I'm
You know
always
what I
having
know,
found
me
conversations.
too,
funny?
man.
I don't.
I used to have some wild fucking daydreams because I don't dream at night. I don't remember. But daydreams, like when the dab
I
nap
had-
hits you right in the fucking forehead and you're out for like 3 or 4 hours. Woo!
I don't even
Wow.
smoke.
Mine is
Like,
mine's like I got a
They're
sleep
wild.
disorder, so I don't sleep like most people. So I have to take a med to sleep. If I don't, I'll get like 3 hours and I'm good. And
That's me.
and
Wow.
sometimes 4 to 6 and I'm good.
right.
And anything over, forget it. And my wife's the opposite. She's one of those needs a lot of sleep. And
I'm a 7
all of a sudden-
hours girl.
that gabapentin would, like what you're saying is like, I would say at the end of the night, I would notice like I would just power out, like knock
Yeah.
out. And I don't really like it. So for me, the weird thing is, since I don't sleep, I'll smoke a lot of weed. And here's my question to all you stoners in the room. Do you find that first time in the morning, like you wake up, you have a bong hit, do you find that when you go back, or a dab or whatever, do you find when you go back to sleep, that sleep is just out of this fucking world?
Right?
Okay,
Right?
thank
like
you.
if you wake up and you're just kind of
Yeah, it's
and you
new.
smoke a
I
good
get
one.
better. I get
And-
better sleep after that than I did the whole
Exactly,
night.
man.
Like even if it's only 2 hours.
Okay.
Sorry,
So
go
my
ahead.
sleep problem is actually
That's three.
going to sleep. Once I get there, fucking gone.
You-
The
you-
problem is getting there. There's sometimes it's 2, 3 in the morning, you know?
no, that's
And-
right there. I'm so glad to hear that, because I thought I was the only like that
No, man.
weird half-hour sleep guy or whatever that worked.
No.
You know,
No.
You know the
I'll
problem
get
I
up
had?
and I'll go on people's late night lives. I didn't realize
The
there's so
problem I
many
had
late night lives for some reason.
that's
I look
me.
for them
Yeah.
too when I can't sleep, and it's never the nights that I can't sleep that people have them. But the
I
problem I
know,
had,
right?
which I hate, is I'm sitting on my couch. I couldn't sleep because I was coughing up a storm, and I blinked, and
Hey,
when I
Jen,
went
hey,
to
Jennifer.
blink, it was dark out, and when my eyes opened from the blink, it was light out, and 3 hours just passed. I hate that shit. You ever have that happen? You're just sitting there and you blink and everything looks different. And you're like, what the fuck just happened?
I'll do the old man thing where I'm like, I'll just sit down for a second and take my shoes off, and my wife's like, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Next thing I know, I'm like, oh, and she's like, good morning. And next thing I know, it's like 5 hours later. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
damn. Like,
Dude, you ever wake yourself up with a snore? Like,
oh,
you're just
yeah.
like looking around like,
Scare
Anybody else
yourself
do that?
awake. It's so because you're in a cat nap.
no, but a few nights ago, I woke up, I had a dream, I was talking to Bean. And in my dream, I did like one of those, like a kind of like a snicker giggle. I kind of went, and I woke myself up going, and my wife looked over and I'm like, oh, whoa, that's weird.
Oh.
the other
So-
one.
so-
The other one that happens to me is when I'm not in a super deep sleep, so I'm half in touch with reality. So I wake up and I get up and I go and I make myself something to eat, and then I get up, like, and then my eyes open again, and I never did any of that. And now I go do it again. I wake up and I go do it again. Like, it's like I'm doing what I think I want to do when I get up in my dream, and then like doing it all over again and doing it all. It's like Groundhog Day.
Cool. That's wild.
So if she's way too long, how do you want to take care of things?
That is what I will. That is what I will pose to Beans. Maybe we
'Cause I
have
would
like
just-
a free.
I would hate-
Maybe we have a free for all. Winner moves on, and whoever's the winner at the end, who knows?
I would just hate for her to be doing this meeting that she's at, come home all power woman, sit down and me be like, here you go, welcome to the game. And that would suck. So I'm like, oh shit, you know, I know she's gonna want to have a bong hit when she gets home anyways, but I don't want to throw her on blast like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's always.
But I will.
It's always appreciated, but it's understandable if somebody can't do it. You know, it's a daunting task having to sit up on a camera for 2 hours. You know, and answer questions and stuff too. So was like, and you can't give up things that are gonna
Right.
do things for you in life to come and answer my stupid questions about constellations.
Well, no, I mean, it's still the game. It's something. It's look, man, when you say you're gonna do something, it's nice to be able to do it.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, by the way, if she gets this meeting, like if this thing happens that I think's gonna happen, I'll be like, I'll live stream next time from the office and be like, hey, everybody, you helped me do this.
You could have put on a Superman speedo.
Right on.
No, you don't want to see. No.
Nah. Yeah.
Like an albino Sasquatch in a freaking. No, you don't need that.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't need that.
So Becca, you were saying about tie-dyeing and stuff
Yeah.
earlier, and me and Wayne were talking the other day, and we were like, because Wayne, when I found out Wayne does sword fighting, my mind, like, I was like captured, and I wanted to know everything about it. And we were talking about the things that we do that we don't really get to talk to other people about because nobody else really kind of does them, or we don't know if we do because we never bring them up. And we were talking about doing like a page for that type of thing. Like, say, I use the example of, like, say you're a beekeeper, right? And you do this thing that you like, nobody else knows about it. Like, I love learning about shit like that. Like, if somebody's like a beekeeper, I want to know everything about beekeeping. Then if somebody tells me,
I know.
like, I'm a beekeeper. I'm like, tell me everything. Like,
I want to hear all of it, all the steps. Don't leave a step
yeah.
out.
I met this guy named Alan who was a millionaire. And I said, dude, I don't care about your money, but how did you make it? And he goes, you really want to know? And I'm like, I'm interested. The stock
what's your
market?
revenue?
He's like, no, dude, I used to be an underwater welder. I'm retired.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Tell me more.
and my wife goes, oh God. And I'm like, could you please tell me everything about that? And she's
Do
like,
you have 2 hours free? Because I want to know.
That's
Yeah,
a
exactly.
terrifying job. You gotta have a set of
and I literally
balls
saw
on
her
your
like,
nose.
fuck.
Yeah, so we're thinking about making a page for like that type of thing, like whoever, like because I do woodworking and I just started doing it, and I found out I'm pretty good at it. But it's not just for like things you do that no one else does. Like maybe I find out somebody else does woodworking and they can give me a tip on how to do something that I'm doing the wrong way to do it easier or something like that, or just having like a conversation about it that might
I
enlighten.
understand what you're saying. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds good. In theory, anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Maybe something like what's your passion? What gives you that huge dopamine hit? And it sounds like you're the professor and you want to know everything, because that's what I've been called before. I'm eclectic.
Or maybe
The Shadow captures my attention,
you're the professor.
and I want to know about it.
Maybe you think you're a professor. Maybe like you like, oh, I do this thing, and somebody else is like, oh, dude, me too. You should do there. Well, and then you're learning things about the thing you love. And you can just talk and
have
who
a
knows?
conversation and help each other.
And you never know. The way I think about it is like I'm always looking for something new that captures my imagination, and you never know who I interact with every day that might be doing that thing, but they just don't talk about it. Right.
Right.
And it's amazing and surprising what you'll find people are do out there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like
some people
you said with
build
tie-dye.
little village and landscapes for the trains and all that stuff. Or collect model cars or collect Hot Wheels, all the stuff.
My wife. But
no, all I was going to say, or what about the guy, like, I hate to say it myself, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I've done a lot of shit in my life.
Right.
To the point where people are like, really? Really? And my wife would be like, yeah, he did that. I was there for that story. And yeah, he did that.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, what about, those people?
Yeah.
It's
just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I don't know things. I know some handy fucking shit. Right.
Oh,
I mean, there's things that I just understand how to do it. Like it's just right there. I get it. And I'm just a handy chick to have around. So
I want to be the guy at the party when
I am
people
not
talking
above
about
jerry rigging or redneck and something to make it work.
Yeah.
That's so funny that you say that, because my wife hates that word chick. Every time I'm like, oh, she's a cool chick, my wife's all tweet, 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 tweet. And I'm like, she's a woman, Wayne. And I'm like, fair enough.
I'm a woman, but that's how we talk back in the day.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's. No,
the nuisance, the words and how I say things. That's how I learned to talk. And if they don't like it, they ain't got to listen to it.
Yeah.
I have a fuck it
I say the same
attitude.
thing.
Okay? I'm in my fuck it stage of life. That's
right.
I'm a pretty decent human being, and I try to be funny as fuck too. So I don't kick the cat or all the dumb shit. So.
And who cares if you do? Mind your own business.
And you can just leave me right the fuck off.
I would say I want to be when I hear when I peripherally hear two people talking about animal husbandry, I can give them a fun fact about animal husbandry because somebody that I talked to did that, and I'm like, I retain this information about it. You can kind of hold your own, even if that's all you get out of it. You know what I mean? It's cool.
That one thing, right?
Yeah, it's cool to have
some things captured our attention, and we just have to file it and keep it.
Yes.
Of two stupid facts. You got it.
My mom's ex-husband used to take rusty cars apart and rebuild them piece by piece, and he never showed me one fucking thing about it. Like, I was there every single day, and I could have learned how to build a car, but he had no interest in
educating you.
Yeah,
You
so
was a
like,
dick.
it's like I
What a
think about
bastard.
that. Yeah, I think about that, and it's like, damn, like what a missed opportunity.
Right.
Just by sitting there and listening and having a conversation, I could have learned so much. Just by watching from afar, I learned a few little things, but yeah, he, all that time we spent there, ain't Brent? All that time we spent there, he never showed us one thing. Like
He
I
was a
couldn't
dick.
What
when
a
I was
The
twat
dog used,
waffle.
the
And you
dog
could
used
build
to
a
hate to. What he used to put the dog out in the winter and wet him with the hose, or put him out in thunder,
I
put him
killed
out in
that one.
thunderstorms.
What?
Yeah, he was an ass. He was a dick.
That's horrible, man. I'm surprised your mom didn't lose
Oh,
her shit.
dude. Sorry.
Yeah, the dog hated thunderstorms, and he would put him out in a thunderstorm, or put him out in the winter and wet him with the hose, or just for like digging in the trash or something stupid,
which
That's
is
a
what dogs.
dog.
And the dog,
That's
our
the
dog
dog
was the
too, being a dog.
He was a good
Right.
dog.
coolest dog ever, man. Like when he wanted to go, he didn't bark. He came and put his head on your lap and just looked up.
I hate hearing that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were too little to do anything. I was only a little kid.
Yeah, but then you remember what happened when you got big enough?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, I'm going to get Brent.
Oh yeah? Oh, bad Billy, are you?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
So Beans, I see
That's
you
cool.
back there.
Warriors
trying to
are
pull you up.
needed in the world. Oh, it's a Bean. Hi, Bean. How you doing?
How do you wanna? Because his wife's not back yet. How do you want to handle?
Would you like me to just
Do you want to do like
I'm gonna
winter
have to step
continues
away,
type thing?
but I will try to come back.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry. It's
It's
such
okay,
a
man. I enjoyed myself here. As I told Bean, I love to come to you guys because you know how to talk about
Well, we're
something
making-
or anything or
making,
have a conversation, and you
we're
can
gonna
make
make
my
that
brain
page.
work, and it doesn't go duh. You know.
We're gonna make that page
So-
back up. Of the thing we were
Yeah.
talking about. We're calling it "Let Me Explain." Because obviously, you got to explain what you do and you explain the details of it. So,
Yeah.
so we'll definitely send you an invite.
Cool.
It's great for everybody to get to know each other too. It's cool to be able to talk about the things you're passionate. I love hearing passionate people talk about things they're passionate about.
I was gonna ask you, rubber band or twine?
Well, since it was the first ones, I've only done the rubber band.
Okay.
But I didn't know if I could just use twine because I don't have any of the sinew. I can't even find it in any of the Holly stores I have, Michael's and Holly Lobby. So I'm gonna have to order that online, which I'm not afraid to do because I
know what?
really like that.
Check out really the heavy, like at like big box store hemp cord. It leaves such a cool ombre around the like wherever you're tying it all.
Really?
At. Yeah,
Okay.
I've done a
I
few,
thought
not a
about
lot.
that. I
But
had that in my hands. I was like,
it works.
but it didn't have any give to it. I thought it
And then-
needed a little bit of give on it.
Are you all about RIT or do you use something else?
Well, what I've bought to finish because I don't know what else to do is that's what I got.
Okay. It's
so
good.
I got the
It's
all-purpose for the cotton, linens, and that kind of fabric.
good. Oh, right
That's
on.
what I have access to and what I can hold in my hand and look at.
Oh,
You know,
that's
so
cool.
otherwise I'm ordering offline. I can't touch it. It's a little bit frustrating, but it's fabulous too.
Latino.
Double-edged sword, man.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm just learning and trying to figure out how to help myself make a little bit more income. It's crazy life. You know how it is. All right, guys, I'll be back maybe if I can. Okay, take care,
All right.
everybody.
So how did you want to do
I heard you
this?
say something about me, Ricky. What'd you just say?
You're looking extra Latino today.
Hola, vapo.
Whoa.
I think your beard and your mustache are a little fuller. Like you didn't even
I've been hanging out with Ray too long.
You're looking like Ray's brother right now.
For real, got that cholo look going.
Yeah, little penalty thing.
Ray, come on, show us. We know you only got one button, but come on.
Right? Like just going right here.
Yes, right, Ray. Let's see it.
Come on, Ray.
You guys see what Anthony was doing while we were talking? He made a.
Orale, Ray.
Anthony made a hand puppet out of paper as we were talking.
Yeah, I saw that right before you
The
did
face looked
down.
realistic too. It was
It was all like, ugh.
So what's going on tonight?
We started out
420 somewhere. I'm
stumbling.
sorry to ask a question and interrupt, but it is 420 somewhere.
We started out stumbling because I was trying to frantically get it all together and just never recovered. But I do got some questions, and I did write them down. I'm going to ask them.
What's up, Ruby?
Guys, if you guys want, feel free, come up, talk. We'll figure out a way to get this game started.
So,
What's-
come hang
what's
out.
the
Would
issues?
you, do you want to just give her like they would really do on a show? Give her a drop dead moment. If she doesn't show by a certain moment, you move it on to somebody else, and then you randomly grab someone as your winner.
Who's the smart stoner?
Wayne's
My
wife. She's in a meeting right now.
Oh, yeah.
Something important. So, obviously that takes
All
precedence.
right,
So.
so she was planning on being on last week and wasn't because of us, and we've
Yes.
already postponed because of other people couldn't make it. So we'll do something else. And does she still want to play? Like, or is it just something came up?
Yeah, we're trying to rent our office, like a secondary rental, and she's over there playing Power Woman in her suit, like trying to rent this, which I'm like, please do.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we've postponed for other people for lesser reasons. So just
And if not, hey,
I don't care what we do.
yeah, right. I'm
Ricky, what's
smoking
up
a
with your
ball.
camera? You like you
I
got a
don't know what's
blackout
going
or
on.
something? Your wife beating you?
No, I was frozen. I was on the camera and I was frozen, and then I came back up. I'm actually going to leave StreamYard and come back and see if it works.
Well,
Well, earlier he was like solidly stuck in this like forever.
What's up, Levi? I just went to the smoke shop today and picked up a bunch of goodies to give away at the show.
Dude, I gotta ask you a question. How hard is it to have that badass bong at your disposal and not be able to use it?
Yeah, it's sitting here like it's a guest in my house.
It's
On
bad.
the
That's a bitchin'. That's a bitchin' piece right there.
couch. And that's not even like that's cool as shit. Like it's the freeze pipe, but that's not even the one that bothers me. This one that's been sitting here that I've been wanting to fucking toke on.
Me too.
Got that laser etching, so it's
Oh,
like all
dude.
deep engraved.
I was just thinking as I left, like I didn't even mention the waffle yet.
It's
I'm
even
such a
engraved
terrible
into
host.
the glass, the dragon glass.
I will put money into that waffle.
That's up
I was literally thinking that as I left. Like I didn't even mention the waffle yet. What a dick.
Well, everybody, just so y'all know, we do have somebody that wants to buy all of the remaining spots. They said if everybody doesn't buy them tomorrow, they're gonna buy them. So time is literally running out.
Baller.
That sounds like a crazy Eddie. That sounds like a crazy Eddie used car salesman move to me.
I got somebody on the back
Yeah, right? Everybody gets a bong.
In my live earlier, Candyman said that he's going to buy all the rest of the spots tomorrow. And then we're like, yeah, Ronnie was like, she was like, why don't you leave spots for other people? He's like, all right, I'll give them time. If they don't buy them by tomorrow, I'll get them.
They can buy them off him for $6 a spot.
Yeah.
That's called making a profit.
That is, dude.
Ricky, I would say you fixed your camera, but now we can see you.
That's what I was saying
Right.
earlier.
So Bean, are you still like driving around having fun getting shit for people?
Yeah, a little bit. Not a ton. Hello.
You ever see-
hello.
Let me tell you something about beans. Fire in the hole is the only thing that he has ever kept attention on for more than 2 weeks.
No,
Ever. Oh no, and his job now. Beans used to get so bored at a job he would fall asleep on a job site under a table or something. Like he can't keep his attention on something. He gets way too bored way too quick.
Yeah. How are you, Miss Debs?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm tired and I hurt because I've been working outside doing yard work, but I feel good.
Oh yeah, getting that responsibilities done.
Yeah.
Pulling weeds.
Clearing brush.
That's what I did.
The landlord had let the landscaping all get grown up really bad, so I'm cleaning it up so they have a place to, because they got a barbecue pit and a table and everything out there. I'm just cleaning up so the family's got a place, a nice place to sit and chill and barbecue and shit.
Outstanding.
I'll be back in a few. I think Dawn's here.
Somebody is screaming upstairs at my house. I will be back in 1 second too as well, guys. Keep talking. Wayne, you're in charge. Don't let any of these guys get out of line. Stay out of the
Oh
fridge.
shit! All right.
No
I'm
trying
just
to
saying. See, you don't listen, Ricky, at all.
Order in the
You
cart.
just said,
Order in the cart.
I had to hear the My God. Come on.
And then the mess went. All right. It looks like then it's all me. Shit, that sucks for you guys. We're having a windstorm out here where I'm at currently right now. It's pretty bad outside. Mother Nature's trying to take my house off the earth.
My God, pay attention, son. Pay attention. I'm sorry. That was funny, I thought.
No, I wasn't listening because I heard screaming. I heard screaming from upstairs, and I was trying to listen to what it was, so I really was zoned out.
He said, I gotta go for a minute. I think Dawn's here. And then, dude, 1 second later, you sound like
I said I'll actually be right back.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I said I'll be right back too.
Like
Somebody's screaming.
like I was saying, you're like me when I'm tripping. Like you ever notice when I'm tripping, Bean will say something, and then I'll think that I came up with it. And it's just dude, I just said that shit.
You know, I did say too. I said actually I'll be right back too because there was screaming upstairs, and I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait 3 minutes and then have my own fresh idea of it. If there's screaming going on and I need to attend to it, I'm going. But I don't know what it was. I don't know. Listen to my neighbors.
That's why I just chained my kids to the radio.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was a female voice. So my wife's a hooker. She'll punch people. So I got to make sure that she's tamed and doesn't be swinging at my neighbors.
I mean,
I have two psycho dogs. One is my wife's familiar and one is my familiar. And basically they're running around all neurotic waiting for her to get home, thinking that she's not home because it's the wind shaking the door. And they're like, oh my God, she's here. And it's no. So sorry if you hear all this little prancing around little dog feet everywhere, guys. Sorry.
False alarm. False alarm. False alarm.
Exactly. It's not me tap dancing. It's little dogs, I swear.
Look, if you would have told me you were a tap dancer too, I was gonna just be like, "What the hell, man?"
No.
You'd have to show us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you trip out if all of a sudden I pulled on a full-on Fred Astaire and like dance on the table and
I was trying to think of.
I think
you guys would be like
that little girl.
I think I
used to do
know what to do tonight.
What's that?
What? Come on now, what?
I said, I think I have an idea we can do tonight.
Uh-oh. This is scary.
Mean me?
Huh?
Is it here? Is
Mean
it
me?
require fire?
No, if Dawn is there at Beans, like he said, I didn't know that she was coming there, but that'd be cool. Have her be
Fight
the
Club.
smart stoner.
Oh,
Have her be
We're
the
thinking
smart
today,
stoner
so.
tonight, and if somebody, okay, never mind.
no, you're fine. I was making a joke. I said Fight Club. I thought you were saying like her and Beanie were gonna fight.
Yeah, by the way, take a look.
I moved on, and then you said something else, so I stopped.
Yeah,
Have her do that, and then if somebody beats her, then that person goes up against his wife next week, kind of like you said. But if nobody beats her, she has to want to do it again next week anyway.
Yeah. I don't know if it's me or if something else, but you're delayed on mine. So like it seems like when you go to talk, it's like in a newscaster when they're talking to the weather guy out at the
But you
waterfall.
still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You
It's
can
just a
still
little
hear
delayed.
me.
Yeah, that's why I interrupted you though, because
Never
the
mind.
cadence is a little
Come back.
off.
I don't know how to do this, but can one of you tag Ronnie Hall for me?
Yeah, I think Ronnie's in the comments. Ronnie, feel free to come up and chit chat
Okay.
too. Yep, she is. She
He's got a good idea there, though. By the way, that's not a bad idea. If Dawn's really there, because when my wife won, she gave her winnings to Dawn. That's because when Dawn was having them for her meds. I think that's absolutely cool if Dawn picked up the mantle right there. I think my wife would be way cool with that. By the way, if Dawn's cool with that.
If she's willing to do it, I'm cool with it. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we can even get a groupies up here, and whoever gets the most questions right.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't care how we do it.
The mob's rule.
I'll try it.
Tell her you're up there, Mike.
Is it any better now?
Come up and hang out if you want.
Is it any better now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good now.
Well, shit, you told me the other time we talked about this, you don't look at the screen. Now the screen's messing you up.
No, it wasn't the screen. It wasn't the screen. It was like it seemed like when you were talking, like the sound was a little bit delayed on mine because when I went to talk in my ear, you were done talking, but in your ear,
Yeah, I got what you're saying. So I got you. So it's like
yeah,
I'm hearing it delayed too.
yeah, it
You're-
creates an awkward like
I got you.
yeah.
A moment of latency, if you will.
Let me see. Ronnie said this. She said, "Tell." I'm gonna bring up the comment. I don't know why she's not coming up and talking. Tell her she can't see comments.
Who?
Dad.
Yeah, she can if you want to see comments, all you got to do is on the bottom of your screen it says comments. You can click that and then it'll say live comments or private comments. Click the live comments, not the private,
No.
and you'll be back.
It
Or
says
you'll be-
Mike Cam. Oh, chat.
Michael's been working on his ice carving for the 420 show. Right, Michael? You gonna carve somebody live in the audience?
I got a buddy that does that. That's a pretty cool
Ice
craft
carving.
right there.
You're working on your ice carving. I do it kind of with wood. I shape wood.
I'm good at ice carving.
Yeah,
Are you?
I have a friend that does it, and it's pretty.
Yeah, I can
impressive.
carve a piece of ice down to a little like rock looking thing. Like it looks just like a rock.
Yeah, jump up, Ronnie. We said the link's in there.
Yeah.
The link's in there for everybody.
Jump up here, Ronnie.
Yeah, the link's in there for
I
anybody. to jump
can't.
up.
I can't see the screen. I can't see the screen and comments at the same time. It's either or.
Oh yeah, I hate when it does that.
Really?
You don't
Yeah,
need to see
you're a
my
guest,
every
you're
face in there.
You're not the host yet. It takes over the whole screen. It's weird.
You know, my phone, all I do is on the bottom it says private chat or chat. You chat and yeah.
Well, that's because, I think that's because you're logged into the StreamYard, so you're technically the streamer. So you have to be able to see
No,
comments.
not when I'm saying even when I join on my phone.
I just
Oh,
put
gosh.
Ray on full screen, and that's
Hey,
it.
look, I'll show you real quick how it does
Right,
it
Ray?
on my
Well, come up here, Ronnie.
Yeah, I think she said my internet is fuck. I can try. Yeah, try it. Give it a whirl. This has been a shit show already. Might as well add your internet. to it. Add your internet to the shit show.
Welcome to the shit show. That's right. Day shit. Your shit, my shit, our shit together.
I think Beanie is like manually removing Dawn from his house or something. This The Dawn's here. I'm gonna be right back. Get out! He's trying to hold the door closed. Dawn's like doing the Jack Nicholson with the axe, slamming the door. Here's Donnie.
Got that quiet.
I have an overactive imagination.
Hold on a second.
There we go. Let's see.
Pull me up on the other screen.
Let me see. I'm pulling you up. Let me see.
You
Close
close
this
this
one.
one on it. Right now, I
Twice
need
the
that
less.
open to show you.
So we're
Twice
gonna
the
look up.
mess.
What are you doing to it?
Down here.
I see what you're saying. Got you. Yeah, huh?
You don't have a chat button down there?
I think it's because we were talking about how like on my computer, so it's like off to the right hand side. Somebody was saying
Oh,
it's
you're
on the
on a
bottom,
computer. I got you. Never mind.
but no, somebody was saying for like on theirs it's like at the bottom. Somebody was saying theirs is at a different spot. So I think everybody's StreamYard setup is different too.
That's weird. Maybe it's are you? Yeah, it's probably you're in Canada, right?
Dad's
Me?
in Canada. Yeah,
No, I'm in Missouri. I'm in the U.S.
yeah, same difference.
Hell yeah. Missouri.
That's Canada, U.S.
No, I've got.
Wait, where did you say you're from? Missouri?
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Where at?
my nephew and his mom live up there. My brother's widow, I guess.
Quit bragging.
My whole family lives out there. That's where my dad's from as well.
I live in misery every day.
Boonville, Missouri.
They live in Columbus, I think. Is it
In Ohio?
Is it Columbus, Missouri?
Columbia.
Maybe it's Columbia.
I know where that is.
Ronnie, the link should be pinned, but I will bring it back up.
Actually, I'll find out exactly.
When my dad took me to go to show me where he was born in Boonville, it was literally one of those like you blink and you drove through. Like that's where I was born. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
There's
Wait,
a lot
we
of
did
those in
it. Your
Missouri.
dad was there for you. Rub it in. It's like, I'm just kidding.
He was. That was good, dude.
I went to see where my dad lived half my life, and I had to get patted down before I walked in, and they slammed the cell door behind me. That way, nobody else escaped.
You beat me to that. That's funny.
He showed me the block he lived on.
You beat me to it. I was gonna be like, and let me guess, they had metal detectors when you walked through the doors. You beat me to it.
Some dude was in a corner cutting his hair with a razor, with a single blade.
Taking the shanks out of shoes.
In the dining room is another one. Go get me that one. Some dude offered me Pruno, but my dad told me not to take it. I know way too much about prison stuff. Damn, 60 days in.
Yeah, weird. I don't know, man. People that are like almost like they're addicted to going there. They're not there, but like jail. I don't know. Weird.
Brent said, hold on. Mom said my dad left in a Ford and is broke down somewhere.
Brett.
It does take like 38 years to fix those things, so he'll be back anytime.
It's the pink one, white, Susan.
No, it's the white one.
There's no.
Excuse me. Yeah, I mixed some jars up and I hit this one stuff kind of like really heavy, like I hit this other stuff, and I just found out why you shouldn't do that.
What's up, Waylon?
You hit the other stuff?
I got some homegrown that's amazing, and it's just harsh. And then I had some very nice, beautiful flower that looks similar. And I mixed the two, not thinking about it. And when I hit the first one, it was like not what I was hoping for. I guess maybe I was anticipating a different flavor. That's all it was.
It's like mixing all the slushy things. Like, living on the edge.
There she is. There's my girl.
I'll be right back, guys. I have to go handle my daughter.
So,
How's it
Master,
going, guys?
you prepared?
Excuse me.
Are you prepared
For
for the show?
She's
I don't know. I've only run some things by a couple people. two
crap.
people,
She's
really.
all turkey and shit.
What?
Could be your internet.
Mine or her?
No, hers. No, you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's probably hers.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, I run my how I'm gonna start it off, I think, by a couple people, and they've all been like, yeah, it's good, that's awesome, blah blah, and they like it. And one of them was my therapist, so I pay her, so she's gonna say I'm good, so I can't take her.
Well, I don't know about that, but okay.
So I went to a an open source that I don't pay and asked him, and he loved it. He said, dude, he said it was good. So I like it. I've been trying to get Bean online because I kind of want to run it by him real quick. But.
Are you looking at it like a roast, kind of almost? Like
No, I mean I'm not going to go up like it. Okay. I don't know exactly how it's going to go. Or Ricky, are you going, by the way? I don't know if you're going. We still don't know what the hell's going on exactly. You haven't been around for a meeting. I don't know. Nobody knows. That's what I'm saying. So, but your microphone's not on. I can't hear you.
I get asked, hey, can you come into a meeting? I said, when? Sometime this afternoon. Okay, let me know. And it's like, right now. I'm like, dude, you can't right now.
I've messaged
you ride a bike.
I've messaged you in the past few weeks, asked you to talk. I've messaged everybody. So anyway, but I don't know what I'm doing right now because I don't know if Ricky's going and what he's doing, and But if I get a chance to,
I'm lighting myself on fire.
To get a chance to say, like, do a little bit of, just at least a couple minutes, you know what I mean, of a routine or something. I mean, and I've got that figured out.
Right.
I've been working a lot of other shows. We're going to work into just the show. Like, I've got different things that I want to say, and hopefully it comes up during the process of the show because it's going to be an interactive show is the way that I believe we're doing it. From what me and Bean have talked a little bit about what's going on. So we're kind of understanding, but we don't know all the pieces yet because we can't get everybody together at once. I've been trying to get everybody together for a while about this show idea I had too, and that's been like pulling teeth. So I don't know. It's just I know
I've been thinking about juggling.
I'm prepared. Yes, I'm prepared.
I've been practicing with my emotions. I've been juggling my emotions all week, so I think I'm getting good at juggling.
I mean, I get it. I'm not, I'm not bashing you or anything. I know you have to deal with your shit, but I can't answer that question legitimately. You know what I mean?
No, of course, yeah.
Pardon me.
I'll do whatever
Dogs
I have.
doing their dog thing again.
I mean, yeah. I've got a few things that I want to, yeah. I hope you're coming, Ricky, because I got one that is going to be great that you'll like.
I want you to put me on a dartboard, spin me around, and throw darts. No, I'm just kidding. I guess did you do that on Jackass?
Dude, we should put you on a dartboard and have you in a protective suit, all except for your midsection, right there, right below the belt.
Oh no!
I'm not having kids anyway.
That's the bullseye. If you can land a dart.
Maybe I'll don't threaten me. Maybe I'll feel something for once. It's like
I'm wearing a Kevlar suit, all except for his crotch.
I think Beach forgot he was alive.
This wind is absurd right now.
Where are you at, Wayne?
I'm in California.
California.
Yeah.
Where is everybody at?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
I can be anywhere I want. I've got a green screen.
Where are
Raised in
you right now?
Illinois.
Well, let's see where the green screen takes me.
Let's see where it takes you.
Spin the wheel.
I'm in the U.S.
U.S.
I live in Maryland.
I've been there.
Yeah. It's a lovely place. High taxes. Liberals have horrible. I mean, beautiful.
I live right here with. That's why I'm sick. It's
Yeah,
not COVID.
Brent's coming into
That's grass
from
is
Anchorage, Alaska.
Let's go.
I'm from parts unknown.
Ray's
What's that
representing Illinois. The ill.
I always loved when a wrestler came from parts unknown. Like, stop being a dick. Just tell them where you're from, dude. Why are you saying from parts unknown? You're right there. Tell them where you're from.
I'm inside of a slime studio, Nicolay.
Ricky, I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Thanks for the warning, man. Thanks for the warning.
He had a real Terminator vibe.
I would be back. Dude, did you know that TBS made their own Terminator movie?
What?
Yeah, there was a what was the last one? It was
Are you sure it wasn't the show?
no, it was a
Salvation.
movie. Terminator.
Salvation is that
something.
no.
No, it was last night. I just watched it, dude.
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now.
It's like a spinoff. It's another girl. It's not John Connor. It's this Spanish girl. That's
Was it a sitcom?
no. It's like a
So
spinoff.
I'm looking it up. So
Here he comes to wreck the day.
this is gonna be let's search. Dark Fate. Terminator Dark Fate.
Yeah, that one. It's pretty good, dude. It surprised me.
Ronnie, Arisha, Brent, Melissa, hello.
Arnold's
Hello,
in
everybody
it.
in the boxes.
What's up?
They got Arnold in it. Wow, that's crazy.
What'd you say?
It's like if it's like a straight to TV movie, that's crazy that they got him to be part of it.
Yeah, but it's like it's a good movie. I mean, they had like for TV, they had to cut out and dub over a lot of stuff because it was actually, I guess, made for like a streaming, like the streaming, so it was uncut and unrated. You know, it was rated R, but it didn't have all, you know what I mean, edited. It wasn't edited. It actually cusses and shit. If you watch it on, I think you watch it on preview, you can also watch it.
Dude, I'm so out of touch. I didn't even know they made another John Wick.
Yeah, no, it's like
I
like
can't
all
believe they're
these
at
movies
4. I didn't even know there was 2.
Yeah, I knew there was
Oh,
two.
cool. John
Okay,
Wick is
that
one of those
has
movies
what's
that
up.
actually that I could watch the sequels because it's just
You know,
straight up fun.
You know what the
Fast-paced
biggest
action.
travesty? You know what the biggest travesty in America is, in my opinion?
What?
That Keanu Reeves wasn't born here, because he'd be the perfect president, I think. Really, like just that guy.
You know, there's a lot of stories coming out about him that he got one over on somebody. Like he's a shyster. Like he uses his like nice like demeanor against
I
you.
don't think. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, a lot of celebrities are like, yo, he might be a nice guy, but he got me one day, yo. Like,
I love that when a super Jason just acts like he wasn't being a dick and just like winks at you or something.
yeah,
Like,
walks
gotcha,
away with
bitch.
your watch. Like, like
That's the
Who was it,
Ricky. Let's see who gets them.
Yeah, I got some questions I can ask. All right.
Everybody hit that like button, share it out. Ricky's gonna get into some trivia.
Yeah, let's do it like all of us. Do it like random, or I don't know.
So this is this is movie remakes that you didn't know were remakes. All
I would
right.
say use a little discretion when you're answering. Don't just shout it out right away. Give a second, give a beat or two for the audience to at least hear the question. Know
Let's
what I mean?
all say whether we got it or not, and then whoever's least sure goes first.
You probably get this.
I just
first
want
one.
the audience to be able to play along if they want to. You know what I mean?
All right, so this iconic movie about a Cuban immigrant who becomes a kingpin was a remake of a movie from 1932.
Oh, the Berenstain Bears.
Wait, say it again.
This iconic movie about a Cuban immigrant who becomes a kingpin was a remake of a movie from 1932.
Debbie Does Dallas.
I didn't know it was a remake.
That's what this whole category is. Is movies you didn't know were remakes.
Kingpin.
Way long.
Kingpin.
My mom's name is Debbie.
I know what it
Do you
is.
know anybody know?
I think I know.
I knew what it was the first time you said it, but I didn't know it was a remake.
Okay. Okay, you know what it is, Mike?
Nah, I'm saying.
Anaracuelo, Shakami and Amam.
It's Scarface.
Damn, you didn't ask anybody to answer it?
What's up, Waylon?
Yeah, I didn't know it was a remake either.
I died in one behind.
This category is at first you don't succeed. So it's about people who failed a lot where they were successful.
Ricky, do you have a mic plugged in?
So,
Yeah, like there's been static.
yeah.
Unplug your mic.
How's that?
Unplug it. All right, there we go.
Is that better?
I mean, at least it's not staticky. We can hear you.
Exactly.
It sounds like the wire was loose.
Hold on. How about that? Is that still staticky?
That's good.
Is it still staticky?
No, that's
No, I can't hear you.
Hey, look, guys.
What's
My name's
up?
Hole, and I'm smarter than a stoner.
Yay.
I'm smarter than a stoner. I am E-hole.
I thought you said jokes like that were off the table. I mean, I'm just
I
saying.
am.
What'd you say? Salt and pepper on the table? No, I'm serious. I didn't hear. I did not hear what you said.
He said, I thought jokes like that were off the table.
Yeah, you said jokes like that were off the table.
Touche.
Name the gold.
The words there. I didn't make them.
I dated her back in the day.
Wait, I did make those words.
Don't give us all your name cereal. Jeez, do some.
Wait,
All right, you want number 50? Considered one of the most brilliant men to have ever lived, this man struggled through university and took a job as a door-to-door salesman before getting his act together and helping change the world.
Bindanga.
Close.
Chris, what's going on? Chris says, Miss
Read
Dads.
it again. I think I know it, but I just want you to read it again.
Considered one of the most brilliant men to have ever lived, this man struggled through university and took a job as a door-to-door salesman before getting his act together and changing the world. He had another job too, but if I would have said that, you probably all would have got it. He worked in a patent office.
Ace Ventura.
Charlie Sheen. Does
It's gotta
everybody
be
know it?
Shaq.
I don't know, but I like the story of the Colonel from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Actually, he was almost one of
No.
the. It was a story about him, so I didn't use it to
All I hear from you, Ricky,
hate
is the
your
story
connection.
of Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Yeah, I got
Breakfast cereal.
No, my mic's not in now. I don't get it.
I know, but
I think
it's
it's your internet connection. So,
Better now.
does anybody think that they know it, but they're not sure?
negative, Batman. The pattern is.
Hold on a second. What was the question? Oh, yeah, now I remember.
What was the question again?
The smartest man,
One of the smartest.
one of the smartest people. He also flunked through college and got a job as a door-to-door salesman before he changed the world. Who is he?
It was
Papa
Shemp.
John again.
Is it Papa John?
Elon Tesla. Is it Elon Tesla?
I think it's Elon Musk.
No. No, it's Albert Einstein. Or Alexander Graham. Or no, was it?
Tesla Van, I think it's Tesla Van Musk, I believe.
Einstein, I believe.
Stein.
I
Tesla
just saw
Van
Bell
Musk.
now that made me think.
I think it's Elon Musk.
It might, but did Elon Musk?
Bill Gates.
But you're probably
Oh,
right with
yeah,
Albert
yeah.
Einstein.
Stephen
because
Hawking
he
had
said,
it. No, he
Who
did
may
use
say
the
Bill
ball.
Gates? Could be Bill
he
Gates.
said he
Wonder if
had
it
a
is
job at a
Hawking.
patent office too, so that probably is Einstein.
I like
Oh.
Tesla Van
Bill?
Muskenstein. I like that one. You ever heard of Waylon Musk?
I did.
He'll show you
It
his
smells
rocket
pretty
ship
good,
anytime.
doesn't
Just so you know.
Oh, goddamn. All right, Ricky, what's the answer? We all think we might know.
Albert
I think it's
Einstein.
Shemp from Three Stooges.
Oh yeah.
Who was
Albert
it?
Einstein.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Einstein was rejected.
That
in
was my
multiple
first
ways.
guess, and then I was like, hold on.
Yeah,
Have you ever
when I
seen the
saw
movie?
Bell, I was like, wait, hold on.
Have you seen the Young Einstein movie?
No.
He's like a young man, and he makes he invents rock and roll. He has a rock. He's like down on it, like he's knelt down a little bit. He tosses the rock, and then he rolls. Because then later in the movie, he invents like an electric guitar, and it's so powerful. Like he just starts playing it, and he's just like that would be worth. I don't know. It's probably copyrighted, but man, that's actually a worthwhile movie to watch. Because he just starts jamming out to all these like old school style like aristocrats and like smart people and all these wigged people and stuff like that. And he opens this crate and it's this giant amp. And he just starts jamming out. You'd have to see it.
Is this a cartoon movie?
No,
it was a movie.
it's a real person movie.
It was back when I was younger.
They should make a movie, Jesus, the teenage years. Like when he was a young rebellious kid.
It'll happen.
There's a comic book called The Preacher, or it's called Preacher, and they made a TV show with real people over on like AMC. It's a comic book, but it's about a preacher who was like a bad boy as a younger man, like theft and all sorts of bad things, and he's a badass and all that. He decides to go back to his home and become a preacher.
Yeah, have any
I always
of
wanted
y'all
to watch
ever
it, but
seen
never.
the breakdancing?
Have
So
Any of
good.
y'all ever seen the
So good.
breakdancing preacher?
No, but this guy can tell you what to do with his voice. He has this thing, this spirit possess him that's like a half angel spirit, and then he can tell you what to do with his voice. But anyway, the point is, they end up like later season, they find out the Catholic Church has been secretly keeping this secret from back when Jesus was younger. He actually fucked some dude's wife and got her pregnant, and then they've been like keeping the bloodline this whole entire time. Well, you know what happens when you try to keep the bloodline a little too pure.
I think Dan visited you and you took too many mushrooms.
I promise.
Because Albert Einstein just invented an electric guitar, and now Jesus is fucking someone's
I'm
wife.
telling you, those are both TV shows. That's how I grew up.
No, I know.
That's what I grew up on.
All right. You want another movie? Another movie that's a
Look at
remake?
this. Look at this shit, just for the fun of it.
Oh, someone's calling me.
All right.
Okay, I gotta take this.
This star-studded Martin Scorsese movie was a remake of a 2002 Hong Kong movie called Infernal Affairs.
We love you, God! Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, we love you, God!
He got this guy breakdances for Jesus.
And big! Oh, God!
Anyway, moving on.
What the? That was.
You thought he was a preacher, but his church just said, "Hey,
You got
Jesus."
those over, Ricky. I'm lost.
His shirt didn't say Jesus; it said Jesus.
All right, Ricky, what was the question?
So this star-studded Martin Scorsese movie was a remake of a 2002 Hong Kong movie called Infernal Affairs.
How high?
I think I got it.
Ghostbusters.
I don't know who Martin Scorsese is and what movies he's done, but
He's written like every gangster
It's
movie
done.
ever made. Directed every gangster movie ever made.
all right, so it's a gangster movie.
I'm gonna go get the paper.
I don't even remember the
Not
question.
really. Kind of. Yeah, I guess it is.
It was Martin
not.
Scorsese movie, and what was the rest of it?
It was a remake of a 2002 Hong Kong movie called Infernal Affairs.
Infernal Affairs.
A lot of the guys had Boston accents.
Dirty Dancing.
No, it's a remake of a movie from 2002. I don't nothing know, dude. Shit's moving too quick.
A
up there.
remake from 2000. Yeah, I don't think I'd have a clue. I don't watch movies since like 2018.
You're like asking me.
The Departed.
The Departed? Yeah.
I never seen it.
But
That's a movie.
Departed was the remake. There's not a new. Departed was a remake.
Yeah, it was a remake of a Hong Kong. It was a movie from Hong Kong.
See,
What was that?
Ronnie, that's what I
Like,
thought.
you
I was
said-
going to say Rush Hour till he said it was a mobster type movie.
But you said it was a remake of a 2002 movie.
Yeah, it is. So they took the movie. They took the movie they made the movie in Hong Kong called Infernal Affairs, and then they basically took that storyline and in the U.S.
So it's not really a. I got you. You're
So they made
It was
it.
like, yeah. They
You wanna
copied
know?
the movie, but with English, with
Yeah, keep going.
This Coen Brothers modern Western was based on a 1969 John Wayne classic.
Say it again.
This Coen Brothers modern Western film was based on a 1969 John Wayne classic.
Tombstone. Oh,
I gotta go.
Brokeback
Let's
Mountain.
get ready for it,
No,
guys.
wait.
See you, buddy.
All right, man. See you later.
Have a good night, Waylon.
Coen Brothers.
Jeff Bridges was in it. What do you got?
I don't know who any of these people are.
Jeff Bridges is in the that movie Wayne was talking about. Not Wayne. Waylon was talking about. The AMC movie. That's a Jeff Bridges movie. I don't
This one's
know.
kind of tough. You might not get it.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
True Grit.
True Grit. Yeah, that was a good one.
Never seen
I
it.
forgot all about that one. That's like one of
Are we
that's
almost done with the
great.
movie ones?
What's
I
that?
can give you. I
I
can
said, are
give
we
you
almost
the,
done with the movie ones?
Yeah, there's two more.
I don't
Two
know.
more. There's two more. I'll run through them fast.
Beanie never watched. You didn't watch too much movies, TV,
No.
television. You
This-
still don't. Huh?
I mean, especially if it's a new movie. I've since 2018, I've literally only watched one movie that came out after that, and I was disappointed.
This bank heist movie turned movie franchise. You gotta listen to the question because I'm giving you clues. Turned movie franchise made waves in the early 2000s but as it turns out, it was far from current and was based on a 1960s Rat Pack film.
I got my answer.
Casino Heist, not Bank Heist. I don't know why it says Bank Heist.
Oh,
It's a
all
casino-
right. I got
It's a
you. I
Casino
got the
Heist
answer.
movie.
Casino Heist.
Yeah, the movie turned franchise, so there's a lot more than.
I mean, there's really only one.
Well, there's like 11, 12, 13, something like that. There's Ocean's 11.
Wayne, isn't it pinned, Wayne?
Ocean's
If,
11.
if you don't see the link at the bottom of the comments, there's a little blue pin in the bottom left corner. Just click that, and it'll make it pop up again.
Or if you back out and come back in, it'll be there.
Well, it
That's
just
fine.
moves it
That's
down.
fine. always do
I
that.
have
Moves
it.
it down. You just got to hit that little blue pin, and it'll pop
I
up
always
back
go
up.
out and come back in.
Hey, don't do that. You're gonna get us kicked off.
Didn't you say Dawn was there, Beans?
Yeah, she stopped by. She had to grab something
Oh,
on her way through.
Ricky, you were right. He did kick her out.
They were already running 3 hours behind because of some shit down on the highway down there. So they still got their drive. Like they still got to make it to fucking Pittsburgh by tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's a long drive.
Pizza
And
Bird.
they're only like
You remember
in
Dad always
Florida.
used to say that?
Like,
Beans, you remember Dad always used to say that? Pizza Bird.
Pittsburgh.
He walked around the house and saying that shit. All right, last movie one.
I forgot.
This fast-paced heist film starring Marky Mark was far from mini and was taken from a 1969 Michael Caine movie of the same name.
What was the question again? Wait, start the question over.
Fast-paced heist film starring Marky Mark was far from mini and was taken from a 1969 Michael Caine film of the same name.
Why are you asking to repeat the question and talk over the question?
I didn't talk until you was done.
All right, so bank heist film starring Marky Mark.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark Wahlberg, right?
Yeah.
Read it again because there's a clue in it. Everybody quiet.
Yeah, there's a clue in it. This fast-paced heist film starring Marky Mark was far from mini and was taken from a 1969 Michael Caine movie of the same name.
I know what it is, but I can't think of the name.
I know the name of it too.
I want to phone a friend, but I'm
Did
on
you
my
get-
phone.
You want me to text you?
Wait, did you get that link?
I think it's Ray that is messing up everybody's audio. It is. It's your headphones. They're are they
Yeah.
charged up all the way?
Yeah, it's
Well,
wow.
that's what it is. Every time you laugh, it breaks everybody.
Oh
Kind
yeah.
of like a fly landing on a microphone.
Ray, until you want to talk, do you know how to mute yourself? Just hit the mute button, and then whenever you want to talk, just unmute yourself.
Hold on a second.
All right. So I
I'm
think
answering it in text for y'all. There it is. It's in your text messages right now. The answer.
It's a movie.
Yeah, I see
Huh?
it. It's in the comments.
It's a movie.
Yeah, it is in the comments now.
It's the Italian job. Yep. Melissa got it. All right. I'll give you the if at first you don't succeed ones.
Try again.
All right. So
That
this
one was
this famous music icon was not always sitting on his throne and was actually told by a record company twice that he could not sing before gracing the charts at number one over and over and over. I put a couple of clues in there too.
I believe I know it, but can you say it again?
Mhm. This famous music icon was not always sitting on his throne and was actually told by a record company twice that he could not sing before gracing the charts at number one over and over.
It's easy.
I got it.
Anybody in the comments got it?
I don't know it. I don't know.
Get it right, I'll give you a peanut butter and nanner sandwich.
The king, baby.
That's right, man.
Elvis.
It was Elvis. All right.
Who is it? Prince?
The
It was
Grinch.
Elvis.
Prince?
The Grinch.
Elvis.
You were right, Melissa. All right.
Who was it?
Elvis.
Oh,
You thought we were lying to.
This famous comedian / sitcom star once suffered from stage fright and froze up before getting his big break. What's the deal with that?
Oh, come on.
I didn't know how else to give you a clue about him. Like there was no other thing.
I was already there. Anybody think they know the answer?
No.
I don't know.
Say it again.
What's the deal with that?
What's the deal with
They're
this
playing
question?
peanuts.
This famous comedian / sitcom star once suffered with stage fright and often froze up before getting his big break. What's the deal with that?
George Costanza.
Kramer.
From Seinfeld?
Yeah, Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
What's the deal? All right. This was a little tougher.
That's my shit. I watch Seinfeld all the time.
I gave you some good clues here again, too. This billionaire shark was a bartender before making a few investments and becoming a maverick.
And
Becoming a what?
That's easy.
Maverick.
Yeah, I know
Repeat
that.
that.
Yep. This billionaire shark was a bartender before making a few investments and becoming a maverick.
I don't know his name.
Think Scarface and you'll know his name.
Scarface.
Tony
Yeah,
Montana.
I got you. I got you how it
There
makes
you go.
sense. I was going to say, think of another actor. His name and first name. Yeah, never
Does
mind.
everybody think they got it? Anybody?
I got it.
He's a shark.
This is Al
He
Pacino.
belongs in a shark.
Whoever said that. Yeah,
That's what I knew. I know it's the dude from Shark Tank, but I don't know his name.
Yeah,
Mark Cuban.
Yeah, and
Mark
Barbara
Cuban.
and
Yeah, there you go.
who else there?
Yeah.
One guy created
I knew that's
Boo-boo.
what you were talking about, but I've never actually
All
seen
right.
the show.
This was pretty easy. This one's pretty easy, I think. This world famous children's icon had a movie production company that bankrupted him, causing him to almost say toodles to show business before creating the largest studio to ever exist.
What was the beginning of it again? I didn't hear the beginning.
This world famous children's
See, I don't
children's
know any
icon
records.
had a movie production company that bankrupted him, causing him to almost say toodles to show business before creating the largest studio to ever exist.
I know
Just think about what movie studio that ever exists, and you got the answer.
it's in the comments.
I put the Toodles thing in there just because Wyatt used to watch the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and they always said, "Oh, Toodles." That's why I put Toodles.
Oh, so Toodles wasn't a hint.
Is someone backstage?
It was a hint. It was a hint from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
It was
You
a
should have
hint.
said it in the Mickey voice.
I hope they are what they are.
That looks like a
Oh,
token.
Toodles!
Is that a token
Oh,
to
hi,
get into the?
So is she too late?
I've got
I
the
think
Constellation.
it's too late to try to get people to play.
Yeah.
I'll play.
All right.
We only got 4 people watching too.
I gave you half my questions, bro.
Yeah, he's already halfway through all the questions.
Yeah, we'll know the
Yeah.
answer. Dude, I know
What is
what
this?
it's not. I can guarantee you that because I
What
know
are we
what
supposed
my
to be
sign
doing
is
here?
like.
That's a big
I
dipper.
know
Name the constellation.
it's a constellation, but
That is not the Big Dipper. It's a constellation. Yeah.
I thought it was like
That's the small dipper.
name the celebrity.
I got it.
Yeah. Well,
I
Sam,
got
you know that.
I think I got an idea. Is it Taurus?
No, I thought that was definitely Miley Cyrus twerking.
The landlord keeps kicking me in the eyes. And
Tell him to stop.
they won't let me play.
Tell him to stop.
Do it back to them.
Tell
It
me
is-
more.
It is Canis Major or Canis Major.
You don't think
I know what
Shirley
the
told them to stop?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't think of all of that. Thank you.
I was talking to my kid. My bad.
So tell them to stop.
I was talking to the kids are being older ones. The older ones are being mean to the younger ones. So. I don't even know.
What was that constellation, Orion?
Canis Major or Canis Major? I don't know how to say.
Man,
Major.
six constellations. Orion.
This one's easier. This one.
fucking big.
You're just gonna say Orion every time. You're gonna say Orion every time. That's why I'm gonna make
Ryan.
Orion the last one, so you see what Orion looks like.
That's Taurus.
You could have put up like Sagittarius, Taurus, all the astrology.
I mean, Michael, you're not far off.
I know it's probably one of those, but I know it's not mine. I know what mine looks like. That's probably, if that's one of the signs, I would say that would be Scorpio. No,
Aries.
Hey.
or no. What's the Aquarius?
no.
Michael got it. It's Aquarius.
It
That's
looks
my
like
son.
Aquarius?
You remember
I
that
got it
video
on my
game
arm.
where you were a star?
I actually
Like,
I have it tattooed on my arm right there.
I'm
Actually,
Aquarius, and I've never seen that before.
What video you mean?
hmm?
I don't remember now.
That's Cancer.
That's a wishbone.
100%.
The wishbone.
Can't move.
It's an amputee walking along.
I thought
Amputee
Bill
walking
likes-
along. Okay.
Sorry, my
I'm
kid
so
didn't finish
convinced that these are
this.
celebrities that we're supposed to be figuring out who they are.
The crab.
That's Orion.
That's Cancer.
Cancer.
What's that?
It is Cancer.
I try to look for it every night because that's my sign.
Let's see. Next one.
Pisces.
This one and one
I
more.
know that one. That's it starts with an S. I know it.
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. I believe.
Sagittarius.
Nope.
Nope. Damn, is
No?
it Sagittarius? Aries?
Unless Sagittarius,
Capricorn.
unless Sagittarius has two names, the name I have is not Sagittarius.
Oh, it's Orion's belt.
It's not Orion.
Orion every time.
Orion, I
I'm
can
going
point out
with Fluff
the
Macaque. I think it's the Fluff Macaque constellation.
It looks like a crime scene. The tape, they take the body and
crime scene.
Yeah, it
I
does.
can see the sign like drawn out.
It is,
Michael Jackson constellation.
it is Andromeda.
No, I was wrong.
That's not
That's
two words.
Andromeda.
Oh, that's a good one. This is a good one. Look at that. What's that? That's a good one.
One of you already guessed this one.
Capricorn.
Aries.
You're gonna die twice.
Portugal.
You guys aren't far off. What does it look most like out of the sign?
It looks like an angel.
Scorpio.
A what?
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Here, I'll show you in my phone what Orion looks like, Bean, since you said it every single time. Because I didn't know this.
He has 3 bars across the belt, 3 bars or 3 dots over here. Yeah.
Hold
Bring
on,
it up
let's
to the
make
big
you-
screen.
Yeah,
Hold on.
let's
Yeah.
make you bigger here.
Yeah, that's easy to see. You can see that every night.
Yeah.
See the 3, that's the belt, and then 3 up here is the bow that he's shooting.
Great.
It was hard to find. I wanted to find the constellations without the lines, but I couldn't find them.
And there's actually a knife on his belt. Like, dude, I've been out on mushrooms and I can see the lines connecting the constellations, and I can see shit in like 4 dimensions. You know what I mean?
Here, I used this one. I used this one when I did when I went over to THR and did a round of it. This is different than that. You know, can you see it?
What is it?
It's the words together.
That's a hard one.
The words together to make a
I can't
name.
even see what it is.
Can you put me up full screen?
I got it.
I just see a couple of them.
I don't see it.
What's that, man?
I know what it is.
Oh, I know what it is. Easy. That's easy.
I heard it in the background.
Somebody said it, yeah.
Barack Obama.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Barack Obama.
Oh, okay.
What's this one? Mason City Limits City Limits Comedy Spot in Mason City, Illinois. April 20th. Waylon the Indoor Farmer, Sir Steve-O, and the Fire and the whole family are going to be there. Come check us out. Sorry.
You're gonna have fun.
We deleted all the ones that I had in backstage.
Wait, what the fuck was going on down here?
What?
Never mind. I'm freaking out.
You're freaking out, man.
Fire in the hole. Is that a candle?
Play it. Play it. Play it. Wayne's been dying to hear it all day. Give him some inspiration.
The jingle. Keep.
This is our show song, airing from Turin to Bangkok. He's a name I will tell you. His name is Fire in the Hole.
This dude's gonna be at the Grammys next year.
You should have said his name is Bean Dangle. It's fire, fire, fire in the hole. That's how it should have went.
We're trying to get him to the show.
Where's he from? Where's he from? Like
I think
South
Bangkok.
Africa? Huh? Bangkok?
Schenectady.
The capital of?
I imagine.
He's from Bangkok, the capital of
Thailand.
Here's what I imagine. This guy has a small room with a bed with a flannel cover and a Casio and a Casio player, and not a closet, but one of them like hanging things, and just writes music all day long for Beans. Beans pays him $15 a jingle.
Hell yeah.
And that's like
Well worth
that's
every
like
penny.
that's like a year's living for him.
Not getting them.
I tipped him $6.
You only tipped him $6 because he didn't have it fire into holes anymore. He
Oh, I
rewrote it.
kept that one too, and I kind of like it better. It's
But-
a lot shorter. It
But he
doesn't just,
should have
like,
said his
draw.
name is Bean Dango. It's fire in the hole. That's
Wayne, we want a remix.
Yeah.
Can we have a remix from Wayne?
I'm telling you, that guy's, it's a hit. I wouldn't even want to mess with that. I'm telling you.
You can't mess with the classics.
No, legitimately, like when people, okay, it is hard for someone who knows their craft to sound bad. So that sounds really, to me, it's not bad, by the way. It's just, I could hear certain things with it.
Oh, it's an
I
earwig.
couldn't replicate it.
It's an earwig.
No, once you're right, it gets in your head and you're like, fire and go, oh, and it's like, yes. I caught myself doing it out in the garden, being like, fuck you guys, man.
Yeah, I catch myself when I'm powder coating at work. I'll just be in the booth by myself, and like it's like my powder coating booth is like loud as shit. So I'm just sitting there by myself, like fire in the hole.
I was working on a blues one, but then it sounded cheesy. I started working on some rhymes.
See, I'd like
and
a
then it
blues
was
one
just
for
like,
me.
I'll get back to it. Because I was trying to have something done by your 420 show. That's what I was trying to have done. I was just like, it's good. That's really good, man.
You gotta do a Yoko Ono version where she showed up at that show and was just like, oh. So like,
I just saw that on Facebook recently, too, man.
I just about hold up, like tapping the mic. Is this thing on? Okay.
It was with Chuck Berry and John Lennon. I just saw them like that was fucking
I
crazy.
remember that.
They're just looking at her like, oh, whatever.
She's paying us.
Evelina married this crazy broad.
Shit. Yoko. Or did we play that last week or something on here? I don't know where I saw it. I just know I recently saw that shit.
All right, guys. My kids are all fighting on the trampoline, and my little one keeps coming down.
Are you taking bets now? Or is that what you're telling us? You're taking bets?
I bid you adieu.
Yeah, I thought you were taking bets on who wins the fight.
Tonight, the smart stoner is spin the wheel. Who got the most right? Michael. You can get them all right. Michael knew Italian Job and Colonel Sanders.
You're just picking a person and saying they knew a lot.
Yeah, it's arbitrary.
Get outta here.
It's arbitrary.
It doesn't matter. It's just a game. Just everybody having fun.
Waylon,
It's all
We all won.
Waylon won for introducing me to the movie about Albert Einstein creating the electric guitar, and then Jesus having an affair with some lady.
It's a movie, dude. It's
The
a
mushrooms won tonight. The mushrooms. All right, I'm gonna go deal with these kids.
All right, man.
All right.
I did the whole, while
What's
taking
happening?
acid one time, my friend tells me that if you take and you watch, what's the movie with the Tin Man, Wizard of Oz, and you take the audio out with Dark Side of the Moon, and I'm like, what? Because I love Pink Floyd. And he goes, you've never heard that before? So we're dropping all these sugar cubes, tripping balls, and all of a sudden I'm like, I have Dark Side of the Moon, and I have that movie. It works.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's great, too.
You have to roar, the third roar. Roar, 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 and you start the music.
I've always heard that, but I've never done it.
Oh, it works. I tripped out on that, and then I did it sober to make sure that it was like really happening.
It is.
Goes parallel to it.
They say that there was no it's not actually
It was
written
planned.
for them. It's just coincidence.
Yeah. What's the
So
chances of
it's
that?
like word for word.
But you think about it. They were on a lot of acid back then, right? Okay, so like they're tripping and say they're watching this movie in the background, right? Like and so they already, subconsciously they're thinking about this movie, and that's what came out in their writing, because I think that's how it happened.
I would agree with you. That sounds pretty close.
Yeah.
Because I find myself subconsciously writing like other people that I listen to. Like I'll start writing, and then all of a sudden I'll listen to something different, and my writing style will change.
Yeah.
And like Bean was saying about comedy, the same way,
Well, I mean, even with all this, like they tell you, like the main advice that I always hear is before you go and like do something in front of people, like even if it's just live streaming or podcasting or comedy, you should probably like watch or listen to the type of stuff that you want to come out in your art. Like if you're gonna get up and do stand-up comedy, go listen to a couple of stand-up comedians, get in the fucking mood to laugh and make people laugh, and it'll come out in your art. Like, so like, yeah, it's gonna influence the way that you do whatever you're doing.
I mean, comedy is. I know that. I don't know. I can't. I don't get it. I watch my friends that do it, and I'm amazed because there is an art form to it for sure. I know it's about rhythm and timing. My one buddy is like one of those dark comic dudes. Like he makes the meanest, weirdest, darkest jokes, but you're like, that's pretty funny, dude. And in really inappropriate times. And it's funny because he's this short little guy. So when he says he's always like to everybody. And it's funny. It's just like so inappropriate. And every time I think like, oof, that's dangerous.
I wish
It's
we
all
had something
trial
like
and
that
error,
around
too.
here.
Like you find what works, and like you find what limits you can push, and
I wish we had somebody like that around here,
I don't know. I find that as I've gotten older, I like to see people who can throw down that don't have to really use like crazy language anymore. Like that's what I really, because that's an art form right there. Because anybody could throw like fart jokes and dick jokes, ha ha ha. But some jokes that really make you go like, that's deep, that's funny, okay. I mean,
like the
come on, man.
intellectual humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's one of those long bombs that like they're telling you and you're like, okay.
Yeah,
and then they drop the joke
to
on you and you're like, I fell for that. That was great.
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good storytellers out there.
I'd have to be all one of those get crocked and go up there people, I'm sure.
I don't know. I think I think sober is the way to go. I feel like I would
have your wits
completely bomb drunk or even high. I don't think I would even want to smoke before doing it.
No, I would have to smoke first. I can't do anything unless I'm high.
I get in my head a lot when I'm trying to put myself out in front of people publicly when I'm high. Like even at work when I got to talk to people and shit, I can't be smoking.
I have to see how I feel in the situation. You know what I mean? Like some days I can go do stuff complete. Like I have to get high. Some days I can't. You know what I mean? So like I'm gonna like as soon as I walk into the place, like you said, we're gonna go in there the night before, the day before, kind of give it a run through and everything.
Yeah.
I'll know then whether or not I'm gonna have to smoke or not. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Oh,
have
with-
to
I
smoke?
get up
No,
in
with
front of
that,
a lot
I'm
of people
gonna-
and talk anyway.
With that, I'm gonna on 420. I'm gonna be fucking baked out of my
what do you
mind.
mean?
Oh, exactly. I was just gonna say that, man. I'm like, all bets are
Yeah,
off.
that's a whole different. That's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you ask? Sir?
What do you mean you have to smoke?
Or I
I
won't be
don't
able
get
to,
it.
or I won't be able to talk in front of people. Sometimes I need to smoke to talk in front of people. Sometimes I can't smoke to talk in front of people.
Well, but you made it sound like you had to smoke.
What do you mean?
I know what you mean though by like
it was a chore.
I know
Yeah.
what you mean by the get in your head thing though, because like I played in a band and played these songs for a million years, knew the lyrics, did this thing. One night this dude's like, bro, you want to try this dab with me? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I dab at home. Like, sure. We're out in the car and I hit this pen and I'm like, damn it. Go in there, I'm setting my equipment up. Shit, my singer's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I need some water. He's like, okay, Wayne. Here I am rocking out with the band. And I'm going, I'm going up to sing and I'm like, and he looks over and never again after that. And that night I come home, I was missing an earbud and one glove. Like,
What the fuck?
yeah, dab. I'm like, I got a dab at home.
Yeah. Yeah, it just makes me overthink everything. I always feel like everybody's looking at me and like talking about me and like
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know when I'm high in public settings. Like I feel like everybody's conversation involves me.
You want to know a good way to kind of psych yourself out or kind of reverse that thinking? Look, think about it like this, okay? We're all people, like even on here on live, say there was 1 million people watching, right? And you think they're all focusing on you, right? And if you fuck up, they're going to see it and they're going to talk about it, right? That's what you're afraid of. Like it's same as if you're out there in front of people, right? All right. Now look at it like this. You're creating your world, your movie per se. Like we all 4 or 5 of us have our own movie, right? That's what our life is, and we decide what we allow into our life and what we don't, right? So you go first off, you're in a completely different state, so you're not going to have to see these people again. So that's first off, that makes it really easy in my mind. Second off, so since they're not going to remember you, like tomorrow. They're not going to remember any damn thing you did wrong because you're not part of your life. And the people that do remember are the people that care about your life and how your movie is. They care about your movie and they want to be involved in your movie. You know what I mean? So they're not going to just sit there and the people that don't care and they run their mouth, they're only reflecting what they feel bad about themselves anyway. It's not really what they think about you. They're just talking shit about themselves. So everything is reversed now. You see what I'm saying?
I think it blow up in my face where it's like you're candid and you're real with people and you're doing this and you're having fun. Then like 2 days later, I've had someone go, oh, and man, you said and you did. And you're like, yeah, whoa, trip out. Like that was in conversation that we're having. So it did blow up in my face a few times where they remembered specific things that I said. And they're like, you can go back and watch. And I'm like, well, okay. Like, I'm not denying this, but awkward, you know? So I get it. I get what you're saying. I was always told that whole imagine everybody naked. That doesn't work for me. I'll find something like, I don't know, someone in the crowd, something to focus on for me as a musician. And it's on. Like I had this guy at this one show try to heckle me and it was on. I was in love. And everyone's all, dude, isn't that guy annoying you? I'm like, oh, I love that shit. Bring it on.
Exactly. And that's how being and, you know, you thrive off of that shit. Like that shit makes you want to do it even better, more and harder if there's any, you know what I mean?
I actually had someone ask me, is he a part of the
show?
show?
Like trolls in here.
Honestly, every time I'm on stage for any reason, like I'm completely comfortable. It's my anxiety and stuff like that comes in when I'm more in like a group setting, like around people, like talking and shit like that. Like like, especially when I'm high, I feel like if I'm at a bar and I just came out from smoking, like I went out to the car, smoke a fat blunt, come in. Right when I come in, like when you come into like a crowded bar or something, everybody looks to see who came in the door. I'm like, oh, they're all talking about me. Look at them all looking. Every single one of them. Oh, what? You got something to say?
Not really, dude. You're not.
It's all in my head.
They just look and they're like, someone there. That's all they're thinking. They're like, someone there. Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
I've
never
never been on stage, and I don't give a fuck who's looking at me or what they think. This just how I am.
Hell yeah. That's how you gotta be, though.
I mean,
And
I think
I don't feel normal unless I'm stoned. I gotta get high before I do everything.
I worked on a project I'll never forget.
What do you mean you have to? You have to. You just asked me that. So explain yourself. What do you mean you have to? I'm listening.
I have to feel normal. There we go. I have to. It is a part of me.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
go
fun,
every
you know.
day. I wake up, don't smoke nothing, and then I go to work, and I usually don't smoke anything until about 4:30 when I get home from work.
If I could get something to occupy my time during the day enough, I could do that. But dude, I'm just like, I'm struggling here, dude. It's rough. I just if it weren't for me taking my car and driving everybody up there, I was half tempted just to go down to Florida and fucking camp on your back porch because it's warm enough.
Well,
I like
have
long
to
hits.
because I got to keep medicated because I hurt.
Yeah.
I like long hits before the sun
I got
does.
other shit going on.
Honestly, if I could, I would. It's just like I said, at work is the worst. Like vape pens, usually I don't feel nothing. Like I usually hit him, and I'm like, why doesn't it work?
But it's enough to
If
get
I
you
take
by.
one small puff off of a vape pen at work, I am fucking ripped. And that like my boss is over on the other end of the parking lot talking to some dude. I'm like, what did I do now? Like I know they're talking about me. Like what the fuck? Like, and I feel like everybody's looking at me while I'm trying to do my work, and I'm like over perfectionist about everything. Like, and I don't like it. I'd rather just use it as like more of a reward when I get home.
Yeah,
Like,
gotcha.
Yeah.
But I'm like really open with everybody about smoking pot, even cops, dude.
Dude, my boss is the owner of my company is a fucking straight pothead. He walks around with his dad pen all day.
And it still bothers
It
you.
still bothers me. I don't know why.
I guess maybe because never mind. I don't know. I go to a lot of inappropriate places high. I'm used to it.
I keep my world separate, but there's a time and a place, and it's funny. I've gone to keep some students, and I have a keychain that has like weed leaves on it, and like stoned eyes on the leash that goes on my keys. And I'm talking, and I see some dads like, I did your neck thing, bro. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Oh shit, some other mom's like, that's cool. So I know we're out there, but I try to keep those worlds separate, I mean,
I don't.
The one day I try to keep it hidden, I'm gonna get caught. So it's like, no, I try to be cool with it, respectful.
Yeah, I'm not in any professional lifestyle that I need to keep it hidden. So I'm just out there smoking.
Yeah.
I could understand. Like you're you're teaching, like especially if you're teaching like underage kids and stuff like that. You don't want to put yourself out there as a fucking stoner.
And they know, dude. I swear, I've gone before where I got baited one day, got my uniform on, washed my face and my hands, and put some deodorant and spray on. I'm like, I'm good. I've gone, and I swear those little kids are like, Mr. Wayne, you're cool. You're different. And I'm like, yeah. All of
That
a sudden,
smells
it's
like
like,
haze.
yeah, you know, one kid's all, Mr. Wayne, you smell like fire. You know, and I'm like, oh shit, you know. So it's like, yeah, I can't do that. You know, they're smart.
I'm smoking my weed with, or smoking my meats with cannabis. I wonder how that would go.
Smoking meat?
Has anybody ever heard of anybody trying that? Smoked meat with cannabis?
Nah.
No.
I thought of it, but I never tried it.
Try it once. Keep your stalks.
I don't see why you couldn't.
You think it would absorb
You would
the
need a
flavor
lot
of
of
the bud?
stalks. I don't know what it would taste like.
I bet it'd
I'm
be
sorry.
good.
I'm sorry. Did I miss something here? Did you say meat?
Meat, like
Smoking
smoked
meat
meat.
with weed.
Like instead of using like cherry wood or something like
Okay.
that.
No, I'm just making sure I heard you right. I did.
You just like stems or like
It would work.
I don't see why you couldn't.
You would need a lot of stalks because usually smoking takes like hours.
Yeah.
Like almost,
Well,
like it'll take all
you
day.
could do it as like a finish it off.
Yeah, like the second half or something.
Yeah.
I think you could throw like 2 pounds into a smoker and let it smolder.
Yeah, I would do the first.
cops would come and hang out
That's
with you.
where you absorb all most of the flavor is that first half cooking.
So yeah, do the first half with weed and then or even just mix it in there with other like wood. You know what I mean? Like half wood, half weed.
Yeah.
I think it would be worth a try.
I think I'm up for it.
You could add it. We could make a fucking food truck.
Yeah.
I went to one of those.
A
It
THC.
was a 420
cannabis
party
food
2
truck.
years ago. And I show up to the parking lot. I go in the back and meet all these people. Okay, let's go party and go see the vendors and see how it works. I'm like, cool. It was an issue with phones. They didn't want, because some artists were there or something, so we couldn't film. So I remember going, oh shit. But I remember I had hit record on accident. I put the phone in my pocket, right? So it's kind of funny to see this blacked out video of these conversations that I was having with all these different stoners at all these different booths. You would have thought someone was massively psycho talking to themselves because you hear me kind of over everybody, but you hear these weird shit. I don't know what I was talking about with that. I'm sorry, random. Stoner, I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
How the fuck does Ricky leave and then end up in the comments?
I don't know.
Asshole. These
I'll bet you though, no
His
joke.
kids were fighting or some shit. You can, click the link on the phone. Damn it.
If you smoked a bunch of meat with a bunch of weed, I think, and I'm not trying to be funny, you probably would get the cops over at your place because there's a chance that some neighbor might freak out with like massive, because it would take a lot of weed to smoke some like beef.
Well, you have to just like be out in the country or something.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, it sucks for them, but I mean,
But wouldn't it be funny if you come across a big old trail of smoke like that and then try to follow it to its
Like
source?
cartoons and just float along with
I think the local traffic would just all like randomly stop and get out, and the new Woodstock would start. It's like, is this heaven?
Yeah. Where's this
I don't
coming
know. I
from?
think because with a smoker, it traps a lot of the smoke in. So
No,
I
it
think
lets
you would
it
get
out. It smokes through it. Like it
smolder,
traps it in, but then it rolls out top.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it still leaks out.
Yeah, but like, in order to get like a thick cloud of smoke, you would have to be like pumping oxygen into it as well. I
But
think you would get
it's
a
a steady,
slow
it's a
billow.
steady
Yeah.
amount of smoke. It's real low, slow burning. So it's just like a steady amount of smoke because they have chimneys on top of smoke.
Yeah, but it's the same amount of smoke you would get from wood, though.
But it's
It's
I don't
weed.
know. Yeah, you can smell if you're smoking with cherry, you can smell cherry all the way down the lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good point.
Or if you're smoking with maple, you can smell maple.
Oh
But a
yeah.
lot of those, the problem with those vapes, they smell fake to me. Like when a lot of that stuff, I don't like that fake cherry sunburst smell in the air. To me,
Oh yeah,
but
it's usually.
I'll
that.
admit, I was on a vacation and a friend, my cousin, had that one of those orange sticks. I had never seen it before, and she's like, "Oh, try it." I didn't know it was tobacco. Which I would have been pissed if I would have known it. But I took like 2 hits off, and it tasted literally like when you put an orange in your mouth and you squeeze down on it. I was amazed, and I'm like, "That's what they're talking about with kids. How they're trying to stop kids from
Yeah.
tasting so good." I get it.
So my sister was just telling me, I was on the phone with her like 3 days ago. She was talking about she just quit smoking cigarettes, and she got one of them vape bars, and she's like, I only want to buy one. And so her daughter gets in the car after school one day, and my sister hits the thing, and her daughter's like, "Oh, that smells good. Can I hit it?" Her daughter's 11, and she had no, like, she didn't think it was wrong at all to ask to hit that.
No.
Like,
See?
and like my sister's like, "What? Are you out of your fucking mind?" Like, oh, I didn't know.
Kids do it.
Yeah,
Kids are doing it. They're doing it at school.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
insane.
I get it now.
Yeah, they do
Because-
taste.
but
really
I don't
good.
get-
That's what I don't like about it. Though.
I don't get
want
the
that flavor in my
menthol
mouth all day.
I get the flavored shit because, especially in the vapes, because of the way it smells. It's like a clean smell. But menthol cigarettes, dude, don't smell like, oh my god, I want one. It smells like fucking
Yeah.
cigarettes. You know what I mean?
No.
And it's fucked
Menthol's
up.
kinda
Getting rid of
weird.
menthols. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
I'm trying to
I don't know if
quit,
they
so
are or
I
not.
went and got one of those.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it
Does it help?
sucks. It sucks. It's harsh. It makes me cough. It chokes me up. It chokes me
Wow.
up worse than weed does.
Wow.
Honestly, I quit smoking for a little bit there, and what like actually helped me is the nicotine pouches. Like, you get a low pouch and put it in your lip, and
Oh,
it's just nicotine. That's all it is. Like, there's no additives or anything like that, so that you get like it curbs the nicotine craving, and you're not getting that fucking extra vapor and all that shit in your lungs.
Am I
So then why
ignorant
don't
to
you
ask?
just- Why don't you just put a little pouch of tobacco in there?
Because the tobacco is what's bad for you. Nicotine is actually not terrible for you. Obviously, it's hyper addictive,
Oh, okay.
but it actually does have some good. I mean, I really shouldn't be talking positively about an addictive substance, but it actually does have some good health benefits for like the brain and shit. It's shown to most, like, if you are a cigarette smoker, if you intake nicotine, you're less likely to get Alzheimer's and dementia and stuff like that. It rebuilds parts of your brain. It's just the tobacco and all the chemicals and additives that they throw into these cigarettes and this dip and all this shit like that is like terrible for you. If you can get nicotine in small doses and not add all that stuff in there, it'll help memory and stuff like that.
Forgive my ignorance, but isn't the whole part of it like the whole ritual part, the whole like having a cigarette and
I
hanging
thought
out
so.
with your friends and
I thought so. But
Yeah.
like I said, when I was doing those pouches and stuff, I didn't even think of the ritual. I didn't think about going outside or smoking a cigarette.
I've never smoked. Don't know. It's weird. I smoke weed, but never tobacco. Tobacco never.
Well, don't ever start because it's a nasty old habit.
And I told you the story when I did. It was on a movie set, and the guy was they're like action, and I'm like hold like a joint. And they're like cut. You know what are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? The guy's like, you don't hold cigarettes like that. I'm like, you don't? The guy's like, oh my god, someone show him. Yeah, I told you that. I didn't know.
I can hit that just fine. It chokes me out, not as bad as that other does.
How strong is the vape that you got? The tobacco one? How much nicotine's in it?
Oh, I think
Like
it's
6%, something like that.
I think it's 8.
Oh yeah, that's high. That's why it's choking you. Yeah,
This is THC though.
yeah, 8% nicotine's pretty high. Only the cool kids. Oh yeah, the cool kids smoking the vapes. I don't get that though. Like honestly, like apple's good, fucking sweet tart's good, cool. Hit it once, but I wouldn't want that in my mouth all day. You just sit there like, all right, it's still apple. All right, more apple. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I don't buy those. They hurt my throat too, really bad. Like, I feel like someone's doing the Darth Vader all day
So
afterwards.
you need 20% nicotine to cut the tobacco. Well, sure, but like you're trying to quit. You're not trying to replace.
My wife found something totally evil. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to eat in front of everybody.
What do you eat?
Chocolate cheesecake brownie bite. My God. That was
Chocolate
sinful.
cheesecake brownie bite.
Evil.
It does sound good.
Dude, it's comments right now. Just last 2 comments back to back, or 3. You just read them, especially the last 2.
So tell us what you would want in your mouth all day. No, I tried 6 and 8. I couldn't go-
That is so funny how they popped up like that. It's just so you read it. And they mentioned like simultaneously.
Will, what's going on, man? What time is it? About to be 10.
Oh shit!
Really?
Well, it's about to be 9 for you, Ray. Y'all ready to wrap this shit up and roll the fuck up out of here?
Yeah, stick around. Stick around.
Get
There,
out
I need
here.
to talk.
All right.
I'll run something by you.
Hell yeah. Appreciate y'all kicking it.
Well, I enjoyed it. Had a good time.
Hell yeah.
Please.
Y'all have a good evening.
Later.
See ya, hon.
Now I don't know how to get out of here.
Airing from Turin to Bangkok. He's a name I will tell you. His name is fire in the hole. Fire, fire, fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire, fire, fire in the hole. Fire in the